What's up, everybody? This is HBT with my man Christopher Burton.
People's Podcast. So what's going on, y'all? What's happening?
All right, guys, we are here, man, and we're gonna rock this thing out. We're about to drop full gear, which we didn't see yesterday because Chris and I we was in Eastern Ollie, Georgia, doing
Yep.
a SWA show. So we was
Yep.
out there getting that thing on, and we probably do that. We probably do the ratings and review on that show tomorrow. But tonight, man, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do this full gear. Now, this is something that Chris and I had to come back and do. And guys, you all know that it was a long show, so
What was it?
so we definitely
Golly.
had to go through the whole thing pretty much. And I pretty much caught the beginning of it. I went back and watched it on YouTube, tried to get the first few matches, but I didn't get the last one in. Got
Yeah,
half of it.
he
But
went and watched the pre-show. I didn't watch the pre-show. I just
yeah,
went straight
Chris
on
didn't
into
watch
the
the
main
pre-show,
thing,
so
man.
I'm
I
gonna
ain't want
start
to
it
do all
off
that,
getting
man.
that. But Chris, man,
Since you did the pre-show, man, you go ahead and start out with the pre-show because I didn't watch none of that.
well, right now, man, I'm gonna start off with this pre-show, but I'm gonna have to go in because I got all my ratings and everything that I wrote down from the card on my phone here, in which I'm on my phone, so I need to put it on my tablet. But man, as far as the pre-show, what in the world was the first match, man? I'm
I
trying to.
don't.
Look, man, look, you should have a card right there. Don't leave it all up to me, man. All right, the
Man,
first
you
match,
hold
man,
on,
we
bro.
had the best friends versus the factory. So we
That was the
had
first match on
yeah, it was the
pre-show.
first match, man. That was
Oh
that was in the
wow.
pre-show. Okay, we had Orange Kool-Aid and his buddies going up against QT and his buddies. So that match right there was first match. Match was okay, Chris. Orange Cassidy got a huge pop from the crowd,
Well,
so
of
I
course.
give him credit for being able to being able to generate that, man. Because as you can see, if you watch the show, it was not a lively crowd. I will say that. I don't know about
They had their moments, man. They had their moments, man.
they had their moments, man, but the whole thing about I'm talking about as far as the whole arena. Now that bottom part, they did have their moments in that bottom part, but the whole entire arena, not much that they had that whole crowd. But man, Orange Cassidy did well to really much get a pop in the match. Man, the match was decent. It was okay. I mean, I have to say Trent Beretta and let me say I will say Trent Beretta as far as with the best friends, Orange Cassidy, and over on the other side, I have to say Nick Camarati did pretty good. Uh, QT, okay. But it was a 2-star match, man. It was okay. That's all I can really say about that. But it did have its moments, but it was a lot of things going on. Well, Danhausen, excuse me, Danhausen came out as the mystery partner for the
We all
best friend.
knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, so it started off a 5-on-4, and then after a while, man, that 5-on-4 it got a little too much, and then Danhausen came out there. And when Danhausen, man, the music came on, people popped, people went crazy because Danhausen was coming out, and which was which was kind of strange, but people like Danhausen, man, and he really got a huge pop, which really shocked me. But he came out and Danhausen put in some work that I haven't seen him put in before. I mean, I've heard that the dude wrestled. I mean, we've seen him wrestle on AEW,
Yeah.
and kind of horrible, man. To tell you the truth, really haven't been that impressive. But he was very impressive last night, man. He was Danhausen, man. He was a little Cobra last night, taking
Yeah.
apart people, man. It
Wow,
was
that's
kind of
what's
great.
up, man. But yeah,
All right,
man.
man. I see. Elijah Washington was on. I don't know if he's still on, but I see Hanson Terrell is on. What's up, Hanson?
Yep.
And our man Scott
Scott
Larson.
Larson. Yep.
All right, from hashtag Truth is in the house with us. So yeah, Chris, I gave that match two stars, man. But I tell you what, it would have been Orange Cassidy, ruling the night for this match, but it was Danhausen, man. Danhausen is the one who pretty much carried the night, and man, he like I say, he rocked the show, and he came in there, he did some incredible stuff in the ring to finish it off,
Okay.
and Best Friends got the win.
Okay. So you gave that? You said 2 stars.
Yeah, I gave it 2 stars, man. Next, we had the next match was, dang, what the heck was the next match,
I
man?
know Eddie Kingston was on there
No, Ricky
somewhere.
Starks. It was Ricky Starks versus Ricky Starks versus Brian Cage was the next match.
Mm.
This match was decent. It was a pretty good match, and I mean, of course, powerhouse, not powerhouse house, but Brian Cage, doing his power moves and things like that, and he did a couple high flying moves. Man, the man went to, he went up to the top of turnbuckle, came off and pretty much hit like a hurricane runner, I think. Then you had, like say, Ricky Starks, man, who used most of a ground game. I mean, he did hit like a couple like Hurricanrana DDTs on him, man. But I mean, it was very, Ricky Starks was pretty impressive. Even though he wrestled with his shirt on, he was protecting his ribs, which got hurt when he wrestled on Friday night, on Rampage, man, at Murder Hawk Monster, the Lance Archer match, and then he did get his ribs hurt in that match. I think didn't he get attacked in that match?
I don't. I
Friday
didn't.
night. You saw it Friday night when he wrestling Murder Hawk.
No, he didn't get attacked.
No, he didn't get attacked. Okay, but he did hurt his ribs. But
Yeah.
in this match, man, he did well. It was a pretty good match. Both of these guys, man, this is the third time they wrestled before. Ricky Starks won the first two matches, and so the match pretty much went back and forth. But I say Ricky Starks won like probably 60% of the match, and I'll say 40% of the match went to Powerhouse Hobbs. Ricky Starks took the match, and I give the match 2.5 stars. Now this last match, man, I was watching it, didn't get to finish on this match. You should have known. You already seen the results of the matches, right? So I think Eddie Kingston. I don't know if Eddie Kingston won it or not.
He won.
Yeah, but from what I'm seeing, man, it was it's probably like a 1.5 star. That's the way it looked like it was leading to. The match, man, was a whole bunch of chops and a whole bunch of same things that he was doing with that other old guy, man. That's a rival of this guy. So it was the same type of match, and he was just doing a bunch of chops. See who can chop the hardest, see who can hit the hardest. And before that, Eddie Kingston was talking on the mic, man. He seemed like he's having problems lately. But Eddie Kingston, he cut a promo, and like I say, he seems a little weird in these promos that he's cutting. But he cut his promo, and he's talking about going into this match, and they went into this match. And he's talking about how he loved that style over there in New Japan, and the Japanese style. And this guy, the guy he was wrestling is representing DDT wrestling. So it looked like that's the way that AEW is going right now. I don't think they have the relationship that they had with New Japan. They probably still have a relationship, but I think New Japan is going mostly WWE's way, and they pretty much is pulling out from AEW. That's a development that we all want to watch. So
yeah, definitely,
man. But yeah, this match right here looked like it was going like a 1.5 star. I mean, I was watching it as we come on. But Chris, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here for just a second because I need to get the rest of the stuff on my tablet.
All right, and I'll go ahead and get into the first match into the main card.
Yeah, well, man, don't talk about that, man, until I come in, man. I mean, just talk about the overall thing. What you think about it? I'll be on in just a minute.
The overall thing, man. The overall show, man. Right. It was a decent show. It was what it was. It was what it was. It was the Jamie Hayter match. That right there that women's division is so weak. It is so weak. It's disgusting. It's so weak. I hate to say it. It is. And a lot of people were happy that Toni Storm lost that belt. A lot of people were happy that Toni lost the belt. I was one of them because Toni she just don't got it. She just don't got it. There were some moments in the match where the crowd was kind of just like, it was like stale. Really wasn't nothing really going on. Stuff like that. And at times it showed. At times it did show. Z1, what's happening, man? What's happening? Yeah, Mr. Terrell, we saw it. I finished it today. Actually, watched a little bit of it last night. Finished it today. Talking about it right now. But yeah, it was times of it that the match was, like really dry. I mean, the crowd was dry. Really wasn't a lot of participation going on. So I don't know what was going on with that, man. I just don't know. It's something funky about that. I just can't put my
Give me a
finger on
minute.
it. And you
All right,
froze
man.
it. Okay, there you go.
Okay,
All right.
all right, Chris. I hear you talking about that match with Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter.
Yeah.
So I mean, go ahead. I heard what you said. I heard some of the things that you were
The
saying.
women's
Let's go ahead and
division
go
is
from the
just
top.
it's just I mean the women's division as a whole over in AEW, I hate to say it, is trash. It's
Look, man.
trash, man.
When
It's
it boils
weak.
down to it, Chris, I don't think it's as bad as we saw. As what was as the picture. I think the book. I think the book. If you look at the entire, if you look at the female roster and look at what these women can do, I don't think they're booked right. I don't think the matchups is right, and I just don't. I just think they're throwing something together without thinking, without putting this thing together right, and that's what making this. That's why it looks so. That's why it didn't look good last night. That's why it's not looking good. It haven't looked good lately
Yeah.
because pretty much they just I don't know what in the world. It's like Tony Khan has given up. Now you have talent you have talent in
Yeah.
this women's division, but it seemed like they have. I just don't know, man. It's like they've lost. They lost. It's like they're lost since Britt Baker lost. It's not the champion no more. It seems like they're lost, and they added women. They've added women and don't know how to use them.
They don't.
So
They don't, man.
somebody,
That's why the division that division is just a mess, man. It's
somebody,
just
yeah, somebody need to focus on it, man. So it's not as bad as it looked, but it looked horrible last night. I will say
yeah.
that. But let's go on to the top, man. We'll get back to that match because I do have my notes on that, and I do want to get into that with Chris. I do want to talk about that. So I want to talk about it when we get to the match, but I don't want to go ahead and go around that and then we
All
just
right.
get all out of whack. But let's go ahead from the top,
First
Chris.
match, Jungle Boy and
Nah, man. All
Luchasaurus. That was the
right,
first
man. But
match.
nah, man. I know. Yeah, that's first match, man. But I wrote down some things before that. From the look of things, man, it looks like Tony Khan had to eat those tickets. That's all I want to say, Chris. Looked like he had to eat those tickets, man, because Chris, that didn't look like a wrestling crowd to me, man. It just didn't. And I mean,
Do
if you
any of
look
their
at
crowds? Well, do any of their crowds look like a wrestling crowd?
not really, not really, but even man, my whole thing is this, Chris. Even if you get a big crowd of people if you can get a big old crowd of people that don't even watch wrestling, you should have more of a response than they had last night. You get 20,000 people in the building like that, and man, they should be responding more than they did last night. I mean, that show. I'm just saying, it just did not feel like a wrestling crowd. Didn't sound like a wrestling crowd. That's all I'm saying. So to me, I believe Tony Khan had to eat some of those tickets. I believe a lot of people got in that show for free. A lot of people. Or man, it was very cheap tickets. Hey, I could be wrong, but I don't think those people paid for those tickets, man. But now the bottom half, yes, because I can look at that crowd and tell it was wrestling. That was the wrestling crowd. That was the normal. That was the people that usually come out to AEW shows. So, but man, besides all that, let's go ahead and get to the show. It's not saying that it made it a bad show because overall, I thought the matches was pretty good. I thought they was decent, man.
Yeah, they were
So
decent. They were decent.
yeah, I'm gonna see if you agree with me or not. But I thought the matches was pretty decent. I thought he had some good matches. So first, man, we had Jungle Boy versus Luchasaurus Chris.
Yep.
And
In a cage. In a cage.
yeah, in a cage. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about. I went ahead and did something a little different because I like I said, I looked at the crowd and I went ahead and rated the crowd reactions to every single match. I looked at everything. So I'm pretty
And
much.
see, and that's what I was saying. You can't
Yeah,
take face value. You gotta dig.
yeah. Look,
You always gotta, you can't be like,
hey, look, look,
oh,
look,
it's a
look,
pecan
Chris.
pie. But
Look,
on the inside, it's actually lemon. It is
look.
pecan on top, but it's lemon on the inside.
Hey! It's just part of the whole thing, man. I'm gonna give it a whole. I'm just gonna flat out lay it down the line, man. I'm looking at the
You
whole
too
body of work.
critical. Too
I'm looking at the
critical.
whole. I don't care. I'm looking at the whole work, Chris. Looking at every single thing. Okay, man. Let's talk about Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy's the crowd reaction. Okay, Luchasaurus come out there. Jungle Boy come out. Man.
They were happy for Jungle Boy. They didn't care about Luchasaurus.
Yeah, they didn't care about Luchasaurus. Jungle Boy come out there, man. He jumped Luchasaurus right from the get go. Pretty good match. I
Yeah,
thought Jungle Boy, man, he looked good. I like
yeah,
the way he entered. I like the way he entered the ring. And man, as far as the crowd reaction, I'm gonna go ahead and give that a C. I thought it was decent. Thought it was pretty good for Jungle Boy.
yeah,
But the match, man, the match was okay. And and again, when we talking about the ladies, but I'm talking about males too. Now, as far as Jungle Boy, man, Luchasaurus is so darn big, so big. And
yeah,
I give Jungle Boy credit for being able to wrestle somebody that big and put up a pretty good match against him. I thought he did decent. Luchasaurus, man, he did the things that he do, and he does them well. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
Luchasaurus,
yeah.
I think the man should be repackaged, just like a lot of people
Of
out here
course,
think
man.
he should be
Because I
repackaged.
mean, now that this feud's over with, man, what else they got for him? Nothing.
Exactly, exactly.
So
But
he needs to ditch that whole gimmick, man. He needs to
yeah, he
ditch that
does.
whole
Yes, he
gimmick.
does. But yeah, man. I mean, you know, he used a lot of power moves on Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy had to get very creative against him. And,
Yeah,
you know, he didn't go into the air a lot. You know, as far as Jungle Boy, man, he used a lot of different moves and pretty much was able to take the big
yeah.
man down, man. As far as,
He was straight up fighting it, man. He
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
using
it
a
was.
lot of
Yeah, it
his
was.
normal moves. He was straight up trying to fight the guy, but he had to, like you said, be creative with it, man, because he couldn't go power to power with the guy. So he had to, use other tactics and some, chairs, tables, and even a cage at times. Uh,
Yeah,
which,
screaming.
which
Screaming
actually,
at him.
which you saw backfired on him because half his face was covered in blood.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
so
man. Yeah, man. He had pushed that head, man, right up into that fence, man. I tell you what, Jungle Boy lucky, man, because the first time he pushed his face up against, and when he got the blood squirting, had him up against that
yeah,
cage, he'd take his face in the forehead and just go straight across. Would have put some serious blood out there. What's up, Chris Williams?
Chris Williams, what's up, man? Chris and Harry. The rumors that Macedonia is coming back to WWE as the name Macedonia. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, with
Oh,
Chelsea Green. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I heard about that. But yeah, man, Chris, as far as this match go, I'm gonna give it 2.5 stars, Chris. What about you?
two. I
Okay,
give
I
it
gave it
two.
2.5 stars. We're gonna roll with that 2.5 stars, man. What's up, Travis Richards? Travis Richards in the house too. What's up, man? Appreciate you joining us.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Travis said Kenny's challenging Will Ospreay. Yeah, I heard about that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and Wrestle Kingdom over in
Wrestle
Japan.
Kingdom 1.
Yep.
Okay, cool, cool. All right, man. Well, Travis
Yes,
Richards, what is this,
Wrestle Kingdom.
17?
It's Wrestle Kingdom 17, not one
Oh,
17.
17. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. So 2.5 stars from Straight Up Wrestling Show for the first match, man. Jungle Boy defeated Luchasaurus. Okay. Then we had a promo package, Chris, for the trios match. I thought it was well done. I gave that thumbs up and 3.5 stars. Okay, next, man, we have Death Triangle versus the Elite. Very good match, Chris.
Matter
Crowd
of fact, to
reaction.
me, I would say that's the best match of the night.
Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure right now. I got to look at everything. So right now, I'm just gonna say, crowd reaction for that. I think the crowd reaction should have been a little bit better, but I'm gonna go ahead and give the crowd reaction
Oh, it
2.2.
was. They were live, man. What you talking about? They were chanting FCM Punk and going crazy, man. They was, man. That
Oh,
crowd gets,
they was man. I didn't add that in, Chris. The
yeah,
CM
boy.
Punk part. No, no, no.
That crowd
I
was
know.
hype.
Man, no, C minus, man, C minus. Go back and watch it. No, no,
Man, that
no.
crowd was hype. But I don't know
Still,
what
it's a
match you
C
watching.
minus, man. C minus. It should have been bigger for that match. For that certain match, it should have been bigger. I'm giving that crowd reaction C minus. So, I mean, you can give it whatever you want. What you'll give it then?
I give it a C plus.
Okay, C plus. I can roll with a C plus. I can roll with a C plus. But if you would have said a B or A, I would have been like, you must be crazy. Because the middle of the crowd and the top part of the crowd that wasn't, had no kind of reaction. But I'm going to give it. We'll go ahead and give it C plus because I did jump that other one up to 2.5. That match, but C plus on that. Now the Death Triangle match versus the Elite, it was a very good match.
Oh yeah.
Both, both teams high flying, and Kenny Omega, man, look like the man has been in the gym. He's in very good shape, Chris.
Oh yeah, very good shape. He's got plenty of rest,
Yes,
which he really needed.
right.
Which was great for him, and came out looking great, man. And the
Yeah,
Young Bucks looking
very
good.
fast.
I mean, like they haven't lost a beat.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm not surprised that the Young Bucks didn't. The Young Bucks look like they haven't lost a step. They look the same. That they didn't look rusty, not shocked because they did a lot of wrestling for a long time, man. Before they, you know, before everything just went haywire or whatever. But man, yeah, Kenny Omega, man, he looked amazing. I mean, you know, the teamwork was there. So yeah, they look fluid, man. They really did look fluid. Who is that? Who is the Facebook user, Chris?
That's our man, Tim Enlow.
Oh, Tim
Tim,
Inlow is in the house.
he says
God damn,
maybe
Inlow.
a. You said maybe now he can become extinct and evolve into something else. WWE calls that repackaging. AEW calls it paying attention to anyone but his own. Okay, talking about Lizard Man.
Luchasaurus. Who? Yeah, Luchasaurus. All right, Jacoby Peter, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us. You see my comment, Chris? So
There you
Jacoby
go, right
said
there.
something.
There it is. Right there. What's up, Chris and Harry? Was Chris right about Tony Storm and prove it? AEW's point, and also Chris and Harry. Did you hear about Khan and Rosa has beef? He talked about it on the panel.
Oh wow.
Okay, I got to go back and watch that pre-squad panel. We got
Well,
it. I posted it on our Facebook group, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
now I have heard that she's hard to work with. So you know, she's saying the way she left, they were saying she was injured. But I heard right after that, man, that you know a lot of people out there saying she's hard to work with. She's a bitch. So I mean, who knows, man? Who knows? So we might not even see her back for a while. And when she does come back, her punishment is to drop the title right away. So that's probably what they're setting up for. But along with this thing of her leaving, what have they done, Chris? They dropped the ball with the women's division. They just basically said, we don't care nothing about it. So that's pretty messed up, man. Randy Sam is in the house. What's up? Let's see. Sup, Chris and Harry, the only pie podcast. Only pie podcast.
And speaking of only pies, man, we were 188 miles away from the nearest Buc-ee's, man.
Yeah, man, that was two signs, man. One back, they was back to back by what? Maybe a half a mile apart from each other.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, we're going down the highway, man. Pies, man, Buc-ee's, man. So all what you think about was white only pies. We couldn't get to him, Randy. We couldn't get to him. Richard Chad, what's up, man? What's up, Chris and Harry? If CM Punk chant he done on Full Gear. What? Okay.
Yeah, talking about the FCM Punk chant.
Yeah, FCM Punk chant was done on Full Gear. Yes, big time, man. Then the Facebook user, is that Tim Enlow?
Yeah.
Okay. The Elite returning, but Phoenix not using a hammer. It's like, which angle did they want to focus on? Hey, man, this hammer thing, man, like Chris said, it was going to be hammer time, and it came into play.
Yeah,
all right.
Man.
Okay, well, like we said, man, Kenny Omega looked great in this match, man. And, you know, the Young Bucks definitely looked great. The Death Triangle did their thing. Man, Pop, man, like I say, menace to society, don't care. He does what it takes to win. This guy thinks he's Malcolm X, KRS-One, or whatever, by all means necessary. He's gonna get it done. And you know, Ray Phoenix didn't want to do it that way.
No, he didn't want to, but he knew it was coming up, man. He knew.
I tell you, Pop, his brother looked like he didn't care, but I think
I don't think Penta didn't even know about it.
Yeah, and Ray had a smile on his face, man, afterwards. So I mean, who knows? But hey, the match went down, and Death Triangle they defended their titles, man.
And now they're gonna be in a best of 7 series.
Best of 7 series, yeah. So that set that up. I gave the match 4 stars, Chris. What about you?
I gave it definitely 4 stars, man, because I love the start out of the match, Kenny Omega and Pop, the interaction those two had going on. Because I was like, okay, this is right here with Pop starting the match with Kenny Omega. This is gonna test to see where Kenny's at. See if he has enough rest, enough rehabilitation to actually run with Pop. Because you know, Pop can that joker will drag you.
He can go.
He can go, and he gonna drag you if you ain't ready.
Oh, no doubt.
But Kenny hung in there with him, man. So it was good. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of hard. I'm trying to gauge where Kenny's at, and I don't think he's 100%. Probably 60, 70, say about 70%, maybe. But I think I think the reason they keeping him in this trios thing and they're going that tournament, I mean, this right here is to get him back to that level. But me personally, I wish they would do something a little different with him because this type of the up against Phoenix and Pop, man, this right here is gonna lay a lot on his body when you think about it, Chris. With the style of that style that they run with, but they know each other so
But,
well.
but
It's
even if he
probably
was in singles, he'd be running that same style.
well, that's true. But I'm talking about the same style that he's wrestling again. I'm not talking about his style. I'm talking about the guys that he wrestled against. They wrestle in a style that can pretty much hurt you, man, if things land wrong. But it's okay because they wrestled each other so much. I'm pretty sure Phoenix and Park and all them they're careful with it. So I don't think it's any bother. But
Z1, and that's what I said. Z1, that was the match of the
yeah,
night, man. That was to me, that was the best match on that whole card,
yeah. I
hands
mean,
down.
I don't know, Chris. I
Wait,
I'm just
man,
saying, Chris, man, I can't remember the whole card right now, man. Okay,
I like I said, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's still
you
fresh in my head, man.
you
So
trying to you messing with me, man? No, the best match of the night, man, was I already got that, man. That was Jade Cargill and Nyla Rose, man. That was the best match of the night. That the next match we talking about is the best match of the night. So I give this match right here 4 stars. Now we coming to the match of the night. The next match carried the night, if you ask me. If it wasn't for this match, I'm just joking around. This dude was taking it serious.
I was like, are you
Got
kidding
you on
me?
that one, boy.
What the? I was like, what this Joker done lost
Woo!
his mind.
Man, that was hilarious, man.
I was like,
Man, yeah, that was the match of the night, Chris. I can by my ratings and all
man,
that, it was the match of the night. He
man.
wasn't cracking up. Oh, that was hilarious, man. I love
Boy.
that. I love that.
Ooh-wee.
All right, man.
Yeah. Boy.
Next match, man, we had Jade Cargill, our girl Jade Cargill
Yeah.
versus Nyla Rose. Man, Nyla Rose come out, first. Then we had Jade come out there. We know Jade was pissed about her title. She haven't had a title around the waist for a while because Nyla decided to steal this title. And who come out, man, before Jade? Man, my girl come out. What is her name? Kendra. What's the girl? The baddies.
They came out behind Jay, man.
Well, they came out behind her, but I mean, still, I'm thinking about when what's named the little short when she got wiped out by Nyla Rose. But this match is pretty. It wasn't. It was okay,
It
Chris.
was decent. It was decent. And
Yeah,
I kind of like how they brought out the lowrider finale in tribute to Eddie Guerrero. You know, her
yeah,
and
yeah,
Nikki. I kind of liked how they did that. But the only thing I hated,
yeah.
the arena setup and trying to bring that car out, it it wasn't it wasn't the best. But
No, it
they
wasn't.
did what they had to do for the space they had to use. Um
Right.
and I like the match, man, because it really tested Jade to
Yeah, it did.
show her vulnerability and to show that she can be hurt. You know, because as far as power goes, that's the most powerful woman she's had to wrestle was Nyla Rose as of yesterday.
Well,
Um,
I mean, anybody that goes against Nyla could taking a chance, man. And I mean, that's straight up. I mean, as far as the body mass and everything like that, I mean, just
yeah,
be
yeah,
real. I
yeah.
mean,
She's a big girl, man. She's a big girl, and she knows how to throw a weight around. But Jay, I'm sure Jay can handle her own too. I
well,
mean,
she did. She did.
yeah,
I mean,
she
so
did.
I mean, I don't see any other women, man, that's gonna pick her up and do the things that Jade put her in power slams and
Oh no, no,
things what Jade was able to do. And Jade, man, she really she knows how to use her leg. Man, she's very powerful with that,
yeah,
with those kicks and everything.
yeah.
But
Running
Chris,
that big boot to
yeah,
the
yeah,
face,
man,
boy.
she wore out. So I give that match 2 stars, Chris. That's all I can give it, 2 stars.
Yeah, I can give it two. I can roll two.
Yeah, I got to give it 2 stars. I mean,
Had to rewind it in my mind, man. I had to
yeah,
rewind.
yeah, it was okay. That's all I can really say. And wasn't bad on Jade. It's just what it was. It is what it was. What did Chris Williams say?
No. Tim up here thought said that was Jay. I thought she was She Hulk. No, she was
Yeah,
going with a she was going with a old Thundercat thing, man. The Thundercat
I did not like
Chitara.
that.
Yeah,
That's one thing I was gonna mention. I didn't like that.
she was going with the Thundercats.
Yeah, but it
So
was
yeah.
okay. All right, what Chris Williams say? He said said
Oh
Jay
yeah,
Car- Go
yeah.
ahead. Harry said
Harry.
Jay Cargill is a 5-star. 2022 is changing Chris. Chris changed Harry's opinion on Jay Cargill. Wow. But yeah, 2 stars extra for Jay's outfit. Oh, okay. So because Z1 liked it. I don't know, man. I didn't get it, but I get it now, Chris. What you said it was,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I get it now, but I
Yeah,
didn't get it.
I was kind of shocked that she wore that outfit because
Yeah.
the cheeks was out,
Oh, there's no doubt about
and I
that.
was like, I don't know about this outfit, but okay, whatever.
Oh man, you was looking at doggone Nala, man.
Who?
You were looking at Nala Rose, man. You wasn't paying no attention to Jade, man. What are you talking about, man?
Man, I'll log off and let you do the show by your damn self, man. You
Man,
tripping?
shut up,
You
man.
tripping? You tripping now, boy? You man,
You know you was watching. I'm just joking, man. You know
man,
I'm joking
what?
with you, boy.
But y'all see
All right.
Harry he ain't had no sleep. He talking crazy tonight.
All right, man. Let's roll on, man. Nah, Chris wasn't looking no Nala Rose. Not at all. Not at all. So I'm gonna defend you on that, brother. I'm just joking with you. You know that, man. All right, man. So next, man, we had the Ring of Honor
Stop that,
promo
Tim.
package.
Stop that, Tim. Stop it. Don't
What
stop
did
that, Tim.
Tim say?
Stop that. Talking about. No, I was looking at Vicky.
I checked out Vicky, man. Vicky ain't bad, man. I checked out Vicky. I checked her out. She a married woman though, and I'm a married man. So, but Tim, I checked out Vicky. I ain't gonna lie, I checked her out, man. Couldn't
See
get a good glance at her though. They kind of like had her off camera most of the time. They're not making her prominent, putting her in a prominent position on the show anymore, Chris. On with AEW, seem like.
No, they're not.
So,
They're not.
all right, man. Ring of Honor promo package. Get some
The
thumbs
Ocho.
up.
The Ocho.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Next match, we had Ring of Honor World Championship match. Bryan Danielson, Chris Jericho, Claudio Castagnoli, and Sammy Guevara. That 4-way match for the Ring of Honor World Championship.
The Ocho. Yeah, the Ocho, man. Had the Ocho man out there.
This wasn't too bad of a match, Chris.
It wasn't, man. It wasn't too bad. It could have been better.
Yeah, it could have been better, but look.
It was lacking something. I don't know.
Look, Chris, I don't like these type of matches. I don't like 4-ways. I don't like 3-ways. You know I don't.
I know you just like 1-on-1 and tag. That's all you like.
Hey, and nobody out there, when I said 4-ways and 3-ways, that kind of sound a little different. So don't y'all take that as a sexual reference or anything like that. So don't even think about that. But for some reason, man, I was watching a movie, man, not too long ago. I was watching a movie today, and it was these couples, man, doing some stupid stuff like that. But I'm just saying, nobody get that in their minds. But basically, look, I don't like those type of matches, Chris. You already know that. I never have.
Man. I know that's why if you see Adam Pearce, boy, you just gonna walk up and pop him in the mouth. You see Adam Pearce.
Oh yeah, 4-way Adam Pearce, 3-way, 6-way, 8-way, man. I can't stand that. And Sonya Deville was part of it. Those two. Anytime you saw Adam Pearce or Sonya Deville, I called him 3-way Adam Pearce and 6-way Sonya Deville. That's all they did, man. That's all they did. Every time they come out on Monday Night Raw, we're gonna make this a 3-way. That's all right. We're gonna make this a 4-way. We're gonna make it a 5-way. We're gonna make it an 8-way. We're gonna make it a 10-way. We're gonna make that. All 12 of you guys want to be in tonight. We're gonna make it a battle royal. That's how it was, man. And, oh gosh, man, that was horrible. But all right, so we had this 4-way match for the Ring of Honor World Championship, Chris. Man, look, as far as the crowd, this right here. Now, and I'm gonna talk about crowd reaction. Okay, I'm gonna give the crowd reaction C+ on this. I'm gonna give him a B for the crowd reaction to Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson, man, this right here showed me that Bryan Danielson is a major star as far as with AEW. He's one of the major guys in AEW, and he got the biggest pop with this crowd.
Yeah, he
So
did. He did.
yeah, I mean, Chris Jericho did get his little, he got his little groove, got his little pop, man, at the beginning because of the song. Now it's because of that song. I mean, people want to sing, people want to sing his
Keep talking
song.
real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, so yeah, so he did get a pop there. What's up, Shad Van Dam? But all right, so Chris, I guess
There we
Chris will
go.
be back in just a
Okay, I'm
minute,
back.
man.
Okay.
Oh, you back? Okay.
Yeah, had a little technical difficulty, but I'm
All
back.
right, but man, Bryan Danielson looked really good in this match. He was able to get his offense together and do a lot of incredible things. I thought Claudio Castagnoli though was the best in this match. I thought Claudio did some amazing things. He was able to get that low ride helicopter spin in there on Sammy Guevara. Was it Sammy Guevara that he put it on in it?
Yeah,
Or
it
was
was Sammy. It was Sammy.
Yeah. And I mean, he was able to get a lot of his a lot of those uppercuts, man, that he's real good at. And Sammy Guevara was really good too. Now, Guevara, man, Guevara was high flying. I mean, he did some amazing things. Chris Jericho was okay, but Chris Jericho played the game right and he played the game smart. So, hey, we know how it ended up. Chris Jericho, he
kept the title, the Ocho.
Yeah, kept the title. I gave this match 4 stars, Chris. I don't know about you, but I gave it 4 stars.
I gave it 3.
Well, I gave it 4 stars, man.
Because it was missing something. It was missing something, man.
Well, it was missing. Of course, it was missing something. Anytime you have one of these matches, most times they're missing something. But I'm giving it 4 stars, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop it down a half a star. We're gonna give it 3.5 stars. So, but yeah, I gave it 4 stars. So that was been the same as I gave the Death Triangle an Elite match. But I'll say the one Death Triangle Elite match probably was a little bit better than this one. But I'm gonna go ahead and roll with you I'm gonna go ahead and drop it down to 3.5 stars. But I could make an argument that this match was close to that other match. But I will roll with you and say that it's missing something. Hey man, that match was pretty good, Chris. Think about it. It was pretty darn good, man. Hey, look, what it was missing is this. This is the this is what
it was like I don't know, it was like like you made the perfect macaroni and cheese, but you didn't put no seasoning in it.
Look, yeah, I agree. Look, Chris,
it looked good, but it just didn't.
It was too. Look, it was not enough. It was not enough beef in this thing. And when I'm talking about beef, I'm talking about these guys wasn't mad at each other enough. You had, you had Castagnoli and you have Danielson friends. And then you have, they both in the combat, Blackpool combat.
Yeah.
Then you have Jericho and Sammy Guevara, both part of Jericho Society. So they did not have that. They did not have that heat going into the match. So that's what it was missing. And then in the middle of the match, Castagnoli and Bryan Danielson decided to look at each other, give a little smile or whatever, and then boom, they basically started teeing off on each other.
But you know it wasn't real. Yeah.
It wasn't, man.
And that's why it was like,
But you know what? I did overlook that. I went in and tried to overlook some of the stuff. But now Sammy got mad. Sammy got mad at Chris Jericho, decided to do what he wanted to do because he wanted to win that title. But Jericho was smart, man. He kept his title, and that's why I gave it 4 stars, man. But we're going to go ahead and give it 3.5 stars from a straight-up wrestling show. But pretty decent. It was a decent match, man. Match.
Tim Enlow said the botch effect, the Judas effect, was the best thing about this match because we know Cesaro – JR. Claudio got his swing in.
Yeah. All right, man. What's up, Elijah Washington?
Elijah, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
Said, I'm mad. I missed this. He thought it was tonight.
Shot.
Yeah, he messaged me. I was like, he was trying to order. He's like, you watching? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I can't get it. And I'm like, wait a minute. You know it was yesterday, right? And he was like, oh, that's why I can't get it. So, yeah, he was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. My man, Jason Dunn, what's up?
Jason Dunn, what's up? He said, no, and Chris and Harry, this has got to stop. This legendary Chris Thayer at the hot Harry comment like the Candyman with a serious or best friend, but you say one joke that can get you in trouble. Like, okay, I'm back. Ha.
Yeah, man. Chris take me serious, man. Some things he takes serious. Then he be like, "What? Wait a minute." But man, I'm good at catching people like that, man. I am. I've always been like that.
And Shot talking about who the hell put seasoning in macaroni? Man,
You don't put no seasoning in your macaroni, child.
you just put milk, butter, and cheese, and that's it. You don't put no salt and pepper in it or nothing.
Man,
Wait a minute.
milk, cheese, and doggone.
And
No,
noodles. That's it.
yeah, no, dude, no. You got, man, yeah, no.
Harry, you might have to do a cooking podcast, Harry.
Yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt.
All right,
Man, you gotta season that macaroni and cheese, cat dog. Bro,
man.
we are Southern boys, man. We season everything.
Man,
We season everything. And man, Sean, I don't understand that. But hey,
Z Wood said they should have had Danielson turn heel in this match. Now that would have been something.
I would have liked it.
I could have rolled with that.
Okay.
Jason Dunn said, "Why did you throw the food? Why did you throw that food in school lunch?
Why did you throw that food in school lunch?"
Talking about I'm classic Mean Chris.
Yeah. All right.
He said, baked macaroni, maybe.
Yeah, baked macaroni. Yeah.
And then he said,
that's what we do. We bake our macaroni, man. We make.
But you still gotta put some flavor in that thing, man.
Well, Southern guys, man. Like I say, I guess, like I say, you just take it out of the craft. You might as well just do all craft, man, out of the box or whatever. Because I mean, if you want to make it, I mean,
homemade, you got to put some salt and pepper in that thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, baked macaroni. Yeah. That's what we eat. Man, you go to restaurants here, man. You eating in the South, man. You eating imagine Harry on the Rachel Ray show. Yes. Hey, the straight up food show, man. The straight up cooking show. Straight up. I don't know, Chris. Me cooking the soul food and my wife cooking that Italian food. So it's just, hey. But we both can lay it down, man. Yeah, we both can lay it down. Man. All right, Chris. So what we going with next?
3.5. That was 3.5 on that one.
Yeah, 3.5 stars, man. So the next match, man, we had Saraya versus Britt Baker. This right here, it was okay. And Chris, I think this is what you were referring to this match. No, you were referring to Tony Storm and
Jamie Hayter
earlier. But we had Saraya versus Britt Baker in this match right here, Chris. What you think about it now? Saraya, she just now coming back. Hadn't been in the ring in a long time. Yeah, she's just coming back. What you think about this match?
I'm gonna put that in the factor. That she been out for almost 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't know if me personally, I would have got with Britt Baker and got some time, went to a gym or something, or somewhere with somebody with a ring, and would have tried to get some kind of chemistry going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Done some chemistry weeks before this match. But you could tell it was a little off.
It was off.
It was a little off, some ring rust and stuff. And now some of the moves that Britt was doing were literally had you on the edge of your seat, like, oh my God, she gonna hurt her again. Oh my God.
Right.
Which was good, which was supposed to happen. Now we all knew Saraya, whatever you want to call her, Paige. We all knew she was gonna win at the end of the day. We all knew that was gonna happen.
Right.
Because you're not gonna bring her back all this hype and make her lose and look weak. You're not gonna do that. But I don't know, man. I say overall, I would give this a 2.
Look, man.
I mean, it just wasn't working for me, man. I mean, I understand the story they were trying to tell, but it just wasn't working for me, man.
I thought the match was pretty good, Chris. I mean, for what it was, I thought it was pretty good. Now, I had a 2 for a long time. It got better and better. Now, I think Saraya, man, I think she surprised me. Now, it looked like she had a lot of ring rust at the beginning, and I'm like, okay, they didn't work on this thing. But after she had got smashed, her head got smashed, I think like with a DDT or was a front face, a face plant, and it looked like, and then it looked like she was going to stay down. She popped back up. They said it was okay. then man, she started doing some of the old school things that she used to do. She really looked good. I thought she looked pretty good in this match. Now you can tell that she needs a lot of work, and she was slow at first, but
Yeah,
she
yeah, yeah.
was picking it up as it went. And Britt Baker, man, like I say, Britt Baker did a lot of amazing things, and Britt Baker was able to work her normal schedule as far as her normal work in a match. She got to the point where she was able to work that. So, man, I ended up giving it 3 stars, Chris. I mean, but I'm gonna go ahead and drop it down to 2.5 stars. From what you said, and as far as the promo before the match, I think the promo was really good with Britt Baker, where she always do a very good promo, and then
Oh
she
yeah.
went with that DMD. But the crowd really, the crowd. I was trying to see if the
They
crowd,
were
how
they
the
were
crowd,
hit and miss. They were
yeah,
hit and miss,
it
man.
was hit and miss. Yeah, it was okay. But overall, man, I gave the match 3 stars. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop this one down. This will be the second one. I'm gonna drop it down
But
to
you
two.
great, but you rating this thing like it's WrestleMania or something. But you rating
Man,
these
it's
matches
pretty.
like they
I
don't.
thought the match, man. I thought the match was really good. And Chris, really, what really got me to thinking that it was a good match is because it went a pretty long time. It went longer than what I thought. I thought the match would be short, but I'm saying it just the more I looked at it, and I looked at the thing really hard, man. And I was like, okay, I got to look at this match hard. And the crowd being quiet like that, it gave me more chances to really look at the intricacies of the match and everything that they was putting into it. And it came out to be a pretty good match, in my opinion. Now, I mean, I understand. I'm with you on the 2 stars. I understand that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop it down to 2.5 stars, man, because you got it at 2 stars. I got it at 3.
Now, our man Tim Enlow said, "This is my house." Oh, wrong company page. I mean, Soraya,
Hooray.
you did
You
that
did
one before.
one before. Yeah. All right, man.
Oh
So
man,
yeah,
oh
we'll roll
man.
with that 2.5. We'll roll 2.5 stars on that one, Chris.
Our boy Shot said she needed a pre-show with Xavier Woods before the match. God
Oh
Almighty.
wow, wow.
Oh, wow. We really doing that? We really going there?
All
And
right,
a
we don't want to
man,
go there.
Carnegie Lanier, what's up, Carnegie?
What's up, Karnacki? Appreciate you joining, man.
He said, "What's up, Chris and Harry? Agree. We need a training video package on to hype the match something, but we knew Soraya was gonna win. Yeah, we did. We
Yeah, no
did."
doubt, no doubt.
And Chris Williams said Soraya found out Brad Maddox was in the backstage to make this. God Almighty, y'all really doing this? Y'all really doing this tonight? Y'all showing out, boy.
Hey, man, look.
Y'all showing out. Boy.
With all that being said, man, everybody that's coming on Facebook, man, that like, share, join, we definitely appreciate you. Those who's already here, already been here, man, definitely appreciate you guys checking us out. But yeah, hit that like, share, join. And if you're on YouTube, hit that like, share, join, and hit that notification bell, ding,
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 ding, ding, ding, ding, ding,
ding.
ding, so you'll know we're coming on, man. And if you're on Twitter, man, hit that like, share, tweet, and retweet. And if you're on Twitch, do the same thing that you do over on YouTube. But yeah, man, Paige, she did what she did
Yeah.
back in the day, man. It's over with, man.
Yeah.
Let's get off this woman
And,
because
and Jr. even said about the my house thing. He was
yeah,
like, I'm tired of this my house. He's like, let's move on. We all know what it is and blah blah blah. He was even
yeah,
getting tired of it, man. So,
yeah,
and I
right.
and I and I bought Tim Enlow, our residential joker here on Facebook. He said it went longer because they knew it was going to be a dumpster fire, but ta-da.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I just don't know. But
And Z1 agrees with you, Harry. He's being nice. He said, I give it 3 stars since it's been 5 years since our last match.
yeah, yeah,
Which I didn't think it was that long, but when
yeah.
I
It's been a
thought
while,
about it,
man.
after they said, I thought about it, I was like, wow, it has been 5 years.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I mean,
man, Jake
she put in
Stone.
work, man. She put
Yeah,
in work.
she did. Jake Stone said, "What's up, Chris and Harry? You know what? I
What's up,
realized
Jake?
everybody, Tony Sign and AEW is not evolving character. They're the same old repeat. Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
yeah, no doubt, Jake. Jake, we with you 100% on that, brother.
And
100%.
our boy Shot is cracking up. And Chris Williams said, I like Britt Baker intro song, The Freak Wanna See You Now, Paige. I mean, so, oh my God. See, there y'all go with that again, man. Y'all oh my God, man.
Oh man, they own it tonight.
And what's so messed up? I bet some of y'all got that part. Y'all got that video part saved on your hard drive somewhere, on your phone or something. I know one of y'all do.
Yeah, she got a few of them out there, don't she? 2 or 3, something. I don't
Well,
know.
she did that the one with Brad Maddox and Xavier Woods.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that
That's
was
why,
Xavier Woods.
man. Okay,
I didn't know that was.
matter of fact. You remember when the New Day did that rap battle against the Usos?
Yeah,
Okay, okay. That was a line. That was a line that Jimmy Uso said.
yeah. I heard it.
Talking about
Yeah,
talking about Big E. Let's keep it PG.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he said something. Don't get all rated R like your boy Xavier Woods. And he was talking about the videotape that
Yeah,
was out at
yeah.
the time. And when he said that, man, I was like, ooh, we. I was like, ooh. I'm like, that's. But hey, I'm like, that's cold blooded right there, man.
Hey man, they was getting their groove on, man. Sean he gave it a star, man, for the rated X. Man,
Man,
come on, man.
I know one of y'all got that video on your hard drive or something.
Probably everybody. I don't know,
I ain't got it.
man.
You got it, Harry?
No, I don't got it, but it's out there.
Yeah.
I mean, all you got to do is pop on one of those sites, man, Pornhub or whatever, X Hamster, whatever that other stuff. I mean, they got a bunch of them. It's out there. I know that. You know,
It's out there somewhere. I ain't seen it.
I remember when it first came out. I know it was on those things.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. So next we had, all right, promo build up for the 3-way. You know, okay, I said they got to get a thumbs up, cause just okay. The promo for the 3-way match gets a thumbs up. The Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Samoa Joe. That right there was done very well, I think. Next, man, we had the Wardlow versus Powerhouse Hobbs match and Samoa Joe. Now, Samoa Joe came out first. Chris, I was very interested in this match. I was very interested in how the crowd react. What did Sean say, man?
That's the line. That's the line. That's the exact line. Big E, just keep it PG. You know what's good. Don't get all rated R like your boy Xavier Woods.
Oh,
that was the line.
All right, man. Don't bypass my man Elijah Washington. He said, "I wish it was Jade Cargill, Chris." If it was Jade, but if that was Jade, man, that thing would blow up the internet, man.
It would, boy. It
would blow up the internet.
It would, man.
Yeah. But
y'all tripping tonight, boy. Y'all.
But yeah, look. Now, Samoa Joe come out, man. I mean, the crowd, really into Fat.
There you go, that Fat Joe.
But Samoa Joe, man, they was really into Joe coming out. And, he come out, and then Powerhouse Hobbs come out there, and Wardlow, Wardlow at first, they had the thing already going, Wardlow. And I think they have a soundtrack in the back. I think they have a soundtrack. And then I do, man.
And said they piping in sound, boy.
They did, man. With that, man, it's too loud, man. Come on. And then, and it's too perfect. And then it bounced over into the arena, and some people were saying it. And then you look at the crowd; he had probably 18% of the crowd out there, and all the people that he had was on the bottom. Okay, so that's what you had with this match. But he did get a pop. He came out there, he took his shirt off. He was doing everything he could to get that crowd to roar for him.
Of course,
but it was okay. So
they did cheer for him. They did cheer for him when he lost.
Yeah, I'm giving C+. Oh yeah, they did. People were happy, boy. They were taking their hats off. People were like, yeah. People were happy about that, man. There's no doubt about that.
Boy, I know if you was there, I know if you were there when he lost, boy, you'd have lost your mind, boy.
You darn right. Then Powerhouse Hobbs and Wardlow had a look with each other. But let's go and talk about the match a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Now, Powerhouse Hobbs looked like Powerhouse Hobbs in this match, man. He was pretty dominant in this match, Chris.
Yeah,
I like what Powerhouse was doing.
He was dominant in the match. He got a lot of powerful offense in, which rightfully he should have.
Yes.
And Samoa Joe made them look good.
Yes, he did.
Made them look good.
Yes, he did.
Joe did what he had to do, obviously, because he wasn't going to just be the punching dummy, the punching bag in the whole match.
Right.
So he had to get some kind of offense in, which he did.
Right.
And a couple of times Wardlow went to the top rope, did his thing, Samoa Joe doing his thing, his suicide dives, the second and middle ropes. But yeah, it was a good match, man. And I really can't. I really can't knock it, man. I really can't too much knock the match, man. But I know you can.
Look, man, the match was decent. Okay, I mean, look, I didn't expect too much more because of the combatants that was in the ring. Not saying that it wasn't good wrestlers in the ring. Now, Samoa Joe, I think is one of the elite. I put him. He's a second tier wrestler. He's not with.
Oh, okay, we lost him. Oh, you got a phone call. I bet you got a phone call. All right. So but that match, man, it was what it was. And it almost until Joe actually used the belt to knock out Wardlow, you almost I can't hear you, man.
All right, man. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, you had a
All
phone
right,
call,
man.
didn't
Yeah,
you?
sorry about that. But wow, yeah, I gotta go and I'm gonna talk to you while I'm on the road. But Chris, now back to that match. It was pretty good. It was decent, and as far as I was saying, the combatants in there, I think all the guys are pretty good. Powerhouse Hobbs definitely is a good wrestler, and especially Samoa Joe. Now, as far as Warlow, I'm not a huge fan of Warlow. You know that. You're not either. But
No,
hey,
not at all.
it is what it is, man. And as far as this matchup, I never would have had this type of matchup. If I was booking the match, it never would have occurred. It never would have happened. But I understand what they was doing, and it was like I said, it was a match up of power because the whole thing is
Yeah,
this: Samoa Joe, he's a powerful guy too. He's a powerhouse
yeah.
in that ring. So, but overall, man, I gave it 2.5 stars. What about you?
I gave it 2.5 stars, man. Like I said, I forgot there was almost a three-way until you could use weapons and stuff, no disqualification.
Yeah.
And then Joe was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm playing it safe. You go ahead and beat up Hobbs, get 2 power bombs on him. You set up for that third one, bop. I'm gonna hit you in the head with a belt, take the win, 1, 2, 3. And he got out of there. Now he's Joe 2 belts.
Oh yeah,
Uh
yeah. So
and our
hey,
man Tim Enlow said Joe played it smart. I don't think Hobbs or Wardlow, could go into a triple threat because Joe did it best in ROH.
yeah, yeah. Well, shoot. And what's the next one? The McDonald's Wi-Fi. Hey, ain't no McDonald's Wi-Fi, bro. My wife called me. So when my wife called, I'm on my phone, man. When my wife called, it like I said, it knocked me off. So but yeah. So
And Z1 said Joe getting these belts makes him more important. Joe with the ROH belt didn't move the needle. But
yeah, that's true.
now
That's true.
it didn't move the needle because they don't know what they're gonna do with ROH
That's
except
true.
for the
That's true.
heavyweight title. So basically now that he's got the TNT title, he's gonna be on TV a lot more and get more airplay. And hopefully with this, he'll be able to promote the ROH TV title too. Randy Sam said Powerhouse Hobbs blocked Harry. Damn, James
Damn,
Evans.
damn,
Damn.
damn. All right,
Oh,
man,
but
Chris. Yeah, I'm
it's
gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna get on roll, Chris. You have got
okay.
to. You need to get this. Well, actually, all actuality, I might be able to do it, but go and get the lineup just in case.
Oh, I got the matches, man. I got the matches. They just ain't in
Okay,
order they were in, but I got the
okay.
matches.
All right, because the next match. Oh, I'll just take my tablet with me. But like I say, I'm on. But yeah, I'm about to get on the road. I'll be on the road, and I'll be talking to you guys from there. But Chad Van Dam, I'm not dressing up like anybody, and don't call me Carl Winslow, bro. That's all I gotta say. Don't call me no Carl Winslow. So peace out. That's all I'm gonna tell you. And then, like you saying, if I see you, bro, I'll say the same thing to you. Peace out. Because I don't know what you mean by that. You need to clarify yourself, my man.
Carl Winslow,
No,
boy.
Carl Winslow is okay, man. I don't have nothing wrong. I don't have no problem with Carl Winslow, bro. Just messing with you.
Jeff Samuel said Joe won. Joe won the belt. Acknowledge him, Chris. Well, yeah, I did. What you talking about? I just did acknowledge the
Yeah,
man.
we acknowledge it.
He Joe 2 belts now. I mean, hey.
All right, be right with you, bro.
All right.
I'm going to the car. I'll
All
be
right.
I'll be online audio,
Yeah.
guys. Sorry about that. All right.
All right. Hanson Terrell, watch the Untouchables of Dr. Mouse, Double or Nothing. Okay. Shad says, much love, Harry. Chris Williams is cracking up. and it's me and my jokes. Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, that match was it was what it was, and and like I said, you almost forgot that it was a triple threat until Joe actually used the belt to win the match. And you almost, like I said, forgot about that. All right. Then we can get into the next match. Like I said, these are not in the order they necessarily were in.
The
But we're gonna
next
talk.
match, Chris, is okay. Next match we had. Let's see. We had Chris Jericho interview with Tony Schiavone. It was interrupted by Pockets and Danhausen. Thumbs up, bro. Then we had a thumbs up to the video promo of Sting, Darby Allin versus Jarrett and Lethal, and that was the next match. Darby Allin and Sting versus Jarrett, Jeff Jarrett, and Jay Lethal with Sanjay Dutton and Sanga, the big giant guy.
That match gets a 1 overall.
Or what?
A 1.
Man, you went ahead and already rated the match. That match don't get no 1, man. I don't know where you're coming from.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because they screwed the match up.
I don't care if they did screw the match up. It deserve more than a 1, Chris.
Harry, no. Okay, I give it a 1.5 then.
Okay, that's okay.
And I tell you why. Because you start the match out, all hell breaking loose. Anything goes. I mean, you fighting all over the ring, all over the arena, all over the ring. You just hitting folk with chairs, and you got Sinjin up there choke slamming people and throwing them around and all kind of stuff.
Right.
I mean, you got all kind of craziness going on. And then the match officially starts. Okay. You heard Excalibur say this is a no disqualification, anything goes match. You heard him say that on commentary.
Yeah.
Then they screwed it up by somewhere in the match. It became a tag match, Harry, a regular tag match.
Yeah.
What?
Oh wow, man! Look,
you see what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, man.
You can't go from a hardcore anything goes tornado style match to a tag match. What?
Look, Chris, I tried to make more sense out of it, man. I mean, look, man, I can't do it, man. Like that, I can't. I mean, you talk about me getting deep, man. You really got deep, man.
No, go back and look at that match because Jay Lethal was in the ring against Darby Allin. He goes in and tags Jeff Jarrett, and then Excalibur's like, why did he make the tag?
Man, look, you got deep. I mean, you just got deep. You like the Eddie Murphy, man, in Beverly Hills Cop. Then one of the guys said he watched Beverly Hills Cop the other day. Eddie Murphy was telling in Beverly Hills Cop 2, he was telling his captain that he said, I was deep now, but this time I'm going deep. I'm going deep. That's what you did, Chris. You went deep, man, into this thing. Now look, I looked at all the chaos at the beginning of it and everything like that, and I just settled into what the match is supposed to be. I didn't look into it the way you did. I gave the match 1 star. No, I ain't give it 1 star, man. I gave it 2.5 stars, Chris. I mean, you got to let me see. Wait a minute. Let me see. What? I gave it 2.5 stars, Chris. You got to work with me on this, man.
Harry, but you can't.
You got to work with me, man.
Harry, you can't go from everybody just jumping and throwing stuff everywhere. You got this, the little manager sliding in and out the ring in his red suit. And then you got Sinjin up there just stepping over the top rope, choke slamming people, telling Jeff Jarrett to pin them. And then all of a sudden, everything calmed down. You going for a tag.
Man, what? Look, man, you got to
after all this, now you want to what?
You got to give Sting credit, man. Sting got the huge pop. Sting, man.
No, it ain't even about this. They screwed up the match.
Man, they screwed the match up, man. But man, come on, man. It was 2.5 stars, man. It was pretty good. Oh, guys,
I can't give it 2.5. I give it 2.
Man, we're gonna go with 2.5.
I gotta give it 2 because they screwed it up.
Started out with 1. We'll go ahead and roll with 2. Since you went ahead and jumped all the way up to 2, we'll go ahead and roll with 2, man. But I mean, you tripping, man. I mean, you killing me, man. You killing me with that.
But it was them. They screwed. They messed the match up, man.
Hunter laughing, and I'm dropping the doggone phone and everything, boy, in the car.
Man, but that's how. I mean,
And Jeff Samuel, what's up, man? God dang.
But Jeff Samuels said, "Remember Nikki." That's what he said.
Hey, and that's probably what they said to Sting, boy. They trying to tell him, remember how good he was, boy. Remember Sting. Hold on, I
Hey,
gotta turn on my car,
man,
Sting, man, Sting did pretty good, man. But I'm tired of him jumping on people, man, like that. Like he jumped on that giant. You know,
man, he gonna
Sting
man.
jumping on people,
Man, you
man.
got
He
you
needs to
got
cut
your
that out,
man.
boy.
You got your Bluetooth on, don't you? You
Hey,
got your
hold
Bluetooth
on,
on, don't
man. I'm about to turn on my Bluetooth
you?
speaker. Let's see. Oh, dang.
Just turn Bluetooth off on your phone, man.
Yeah, I turned it off. I just now
Okay.
turned it off, Cat. Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah. Could y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but you were
Oh,
loud as all get out my ear, boy.
yeah.
I
I'm
was like,
sorry,
ooh.
man. I'm sorry about that, Cat. I'm sorry, but yeah, I turned it off. But yeah, man.
Yeah, Tim Enlow. Tim Enlow, he said I gave it a 3.14159265
Oh
or
God.
P
Oh
or
God.
PI just because just because this match went from something I went to get something to eat because they screwed this thing up. They did screw it up, man. They did. They messed this thing up bad, man. I mean, like I said, you go from a tornado tag, which you don't need a tag, and anything goes, to going to tagging in and out. That that was too much, man. That was too much. Van Dam said the WrestleMania 30 face. Y'all saw him do it, right? Y'all just saw him do it, right?
What you laughing about, Chris?
Man, Shad said I did the WrestleMania 30 face, man.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right, man.
Y'all
But look, okay, we weren't rolling with that 2 stars, man. Let me find and see what the other one was, man. Like I say, I'm out here on the road. I don't want to do nothing crazy, man. While I'm out here driving, but let's see.
what?
I think the next match, man, was the Jamie Hayter match, man. I'm not sure.
I want to say it was too.
But I'm not sure.
Yeah, I want to say it was. Yeah, I want to say it was a Jamie Hayter because I know the the tag match was next to the main.
Yeah, it was Jamie Hayter, Tony Storm promo, which I think was okay. I say it was okay. And then we had the Jamie Hayter, Tony Storm match. We can go ahead and talk about that. I'm not sure what in the world I gave it because, like I said, I can't really stop and look at that right now. But let's go ahead and talk about that match, Chris. You started out talking about that match, and basically you pretty much say it just shows how weak the division of the women's division of AEW
it is, man, because everybody. I mean, okay, Tony Storm didn't get no reaction when she came out.
No, not at all.
Jamie Hayter barely got a reaction.
Yeah.
I mean, when she came out, she barely got a reaction. And I was like, oh my God. And the whole, I think I even watched it in the replay. I think I went to sleep on part of this match.
Right.
I mean, literally, I went to sleep in the recliner trying to watch this match, man. I literally went to sleep. And I woke up and I was like, oh God, what did I miss? But yeah, it was that match, man, because it's so weak. And Toni Storm, man, she just needs to stick to OnlyFans, man, because this wrestling ain't it for her, man. It just ain't it for her, man.
Oh man, look.
I mean, be a bikini model, work at Hooters, do something, but this wrestling is not for you.
It didn't make Jamie Hayter look good either.
No, that's what I'm saying. It brought her stock down.
Yeah, she's a very good talent.
I mean, and Harry, and you know it was bad. You know it was bad when you literally got to have the Kiara, what, not Kiara Hogan, the other girl with it. What's the girl that come out with Britt Baker?
Rebel came.
Yeah, Rebel came out there, and it took Britt Baker for them to get that match. Yeah, it took both of them to get that match to come up to a subpar standard. That's
the reason. That's the reason I put the match up a little bit higher because I'm looking at my score right now. It's higher than what I thought I was going to have it at. Yeah, that's what I said. I wrote that down. I said it took Rebel and Britt to help propel Jamie. I said new, but I did give newfound respect for Tony Hayter.
It
I mean
it
Tony.
it,
Tony, I said I have newfound respect for Tony Storm because Tony Storm, she went through a lot in this match, man. Now as far as her, as far as what she was doing in the match, as far as a previous work before all those pin attempts and getting stomped on the belt and getting all the things that was happening to her, man, because she took some punishment, Chris. So that right there pretty much that brought the level of my respect up a little bit more from her, but still that don't make her that don't help her talent. You know what I'm saying? That don't help her as far as her talent prospects or her. It doesn't make me reevaluate what I saw, what I see as far as her talent go.
man. I mean, honestly, man, that was like I said. When you got to get Britt Baker and that other girl to just get the match up to a subpar standard, that lets you know that something was majorly lacking in this match. Majorly.
All right, before the attack, before Jamie Hayter and Rebel came out, what did you give that match?
You mean Britt Baker and Jamie? Or Britt
I mean,
Baker?
no, no, not. No, I mean, yeah, Britt Baker and Rebel. What did you give the match before they came out to help Jamie?
I had that at 1.5.
Okay, that's around what I had. I had it at 1.5 or maybe 2 before they
Yeah.
came out. I think I had it at 1.5, but then it ended up because of the excitement of that and what happened, the way they ended it, and Tony Storm kept kicking out and all that. I went ahead and jumped it up 2.5 stars. The match, the whole entire
Now,
shebang.
I ain't gonna lie. When Jamie won that belt, the crowd really came alive.
Yeah, they did.
They really came alive because
And then they
that
chanting
lets you
too.
know. That lets you know that Tony Storm is not.
Yeah, they was chanting Jamie Hayter, man. A couple times they chanted her name in the match. When the match was getting close, looked like she was gonna win it. They chanted Jamie Hayter. At one time now they was saying, with some people saying Jamie Hayter and then Tony Storm behind it, but only a few, only a trickle.
No.
Maybe 6 people out of that 20,000 were saying Tony Storm too. Now I heard them say it. Now, Chris, wasn't many. But it was a few, man. It was a few, and I mean,
What? But what do you mean, like a few out of the 20,000? Maybe about 12.
yeah, I said about 6, man. Maybe 12, maybe about 12, and they all had bull horns, Chris, so they could be heard. Because you can hear them saying it right behind them. But yeah,
Oh
look, I
wow,
gave it 2.5
man!
stars.
Tim Unlow said he gave it 5 stars when it was over. Not the match, just because it ended. I like that part.
I did like the way it ended, and that's why.
No, you didn't. You didn't. Did you hear what Tim Unlow said?
He said he liked the way because it ended.
No, he said he gave it 5 stars because of it, because the match ended.
Because it ended. Okay. Wow.
Man,
Hey, look, I can roll with what Tim says, man, because we know Tim is a great photographer. Tim,
yeah.
he goes to a lot of independent shows. He watched just as many matches as me and you, Chris. He sees more matches
if not more. If not more.
Yeah. So I definitely will roll with Tim's opinion. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and roll with 2.5 stars on it, Chris. What you give it? The whole thing.
The whole match, I go 2.5. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll roll with that. And I guess. And what was the next match? Was that Swerve Strickland's match?
Yeah, that was Swerve
Swerving Out Glory
versus the Acclaim, your boys.
All right, so I gave that. They had a little short promo before that, and I like the promo. I like Keith Lee, what he was saying and all that. Keith Lee was talking about, he was talking about integrity in the match and things, and he wasn't down for all this cheating and everything. I thought it was a pretty good promo that they had with them. The promo leading up to the match. So that was pretty darn good. So I gave them a thumbs up for that. And I think I gave it a star rating, but I'm not sure. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the match a little bit, man.
The match, I'm happy. You know what? I'm happy it went the way it went.
Yeah.
Because now, in a nutshell, FTR can finally do what they got to do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But
and then with Keith Lee finally be like, you know what? I'm tired of this crap. Whatever, you handle it.
Yeah, well, yeah, Keith Lee. Yeah, I forgot he got out of there. I forgot about that. That was kind of funny though, man. That was kind of that was I love that. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I
When you
mean,
know,
because you knew it was gonna happen sooner or later, man. You
yeah,
knew you know
yeah,
he was gonna get tired of the antics and the ego and the attitude and everything. So yeah, he he basically just left him out to dry. So if and I'm saying if lightly, they're smart, they'll extend the storyline with Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland if they are smart.
well, that's true. That's true, Chris. I don't know if they really are that smart. To tell you the truth.
Because you got a storyline right there, man. You got a whole storyline right there.
Yeah, you do. You do. So we'll see. I mean, that right. And plus, I think that is a good matchup, Chris, between those two. I think that's a good matchup, and I think that right there be pretty live. I think it'd be a hot feud. I think it'd be a good feud between those two, because they don't. It doesn't. It's not a styles clash. I do
No,
like
no,
that.
no, no.
Yeah.
But far as the overall match, man, I like the story they were telling too with
Yeah.
Anthony. I think it was Anthony Bowen's
Yeah.
arm being sling the whole day. Uh,
Yes.
they basically said his arm was in a sling the whole day from the time they left the hotel and had been taped up and wrapped up, and how they made that an issue and a selling point in the match where he couldn't do certain things because of his hurt shoulder.
Yeah. They was
I
they was
like
going
that.
after that shoulder too.
Yeah, they would. Keith Lee was really working on that shoulder, and I liked a lot of the high spots that they were doing, especially with Max Caster coming off the top rope,
Right.
Keith Lee onto the guardrail onto the floor. That was pretty cool. I did like that. Um, but yeah, and then I like Billy Gunn. Got to the point where he just couldn't take it no more. He had to come out and try to get his hands on Swerve Strickland.
Well, Swerve was
Um,
gonna dog. The man was gonna doggone. The man was gonna doggone take a bite out of doggone my man's fingers. He was gonna cut him up, man.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
man
yeah.
had to come out there. I mean, Swerve Strickland was serious about this doggone. What this
Yeah,
guy think he a guard man? He think that these fingers are garden something that a garden tool. You can use a garden tool on people's fingers. So
Yeah, he was gonna snip him off, man, because he gave Keith Lee.
yeah,
He's like, hey, look, this is what you need to do. Handle that.
yeah.
And obviously Keith Lee was like, what? Screw this and screw you. I'm out.
I mean the
And
way
and that's when he left.
and think about it, man. Uh, the look on Swerve's face when he's trying to hand that stuff to Keith Lee, and then he was just really getting mad. It seemed like it's like he was trying to teach a guy who's selling drugs for him and that shorted him some money. And then like, hey, we're gonna teach this guy a lesson by cutting his fingers off, cutting a couple fingers off, man. We're gonna teach him. I mean, that's the way he was acting. He didn't act like that.
Yeah.
This was like it was the wrestling profession. He acted like it's some kind of street justice, man. That he was dealing with street pharmacists or something like that, and he's a kingpin, and
Man,
Keith Lee was
yeah,
second in charge. That's the way he was treating this thing, man. It was stupid.
yeah. He was doing that, man. He was
Yeah,
doing that, and Keith Lee didn't want to have no parts of it, man. Keith
yeah,
Lee, he
exactly.
didn't want to have no parts of it. And Z1 said, "I'm sorry, the Acclaim, quote unquote, are mid wrestlers but good on the mic."
Yes,
Mm.
they are. They are, and
Oh, so
they know
you so
how to
you
get
agree?
that.
So you agree with them? They're as far as like wrestling, they're not that good here. You agree with that?
I think they're pretty good, Chris. I think they're pretty good. I think they could be better than what they are, but I think they are more. I think they're using them more as hype man, and I think that takes away the attention from their wrestling. And I think these guys have fallen in love with that. So, but I think they're very good wrestlers, man. I don't think they mid card. I think they second tier wrestlers, in my
Mm.
opinion.
Okay.
I don't think they're great now. I don't think they're great, but I think they're really good, and I think they're worthy of world championship. I believe they are worthy of world championship titles. I believe they're worthy of that.
Okay.
But they're definitely not.
So they're not on the level of the Young Bucks or FTR.
I can't say they're. I can't say they're on the level of FTR, but I can say they are close to the. As far as the Young Bucks, they're close to that level, Chris. Just a little bit under it, not much if they are.
Okay. Okay.
Now FTR, maybe. No, I think they can wrestle with them, man. I think they can roll with them.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not sure what you think, man. I think they're pretty good,
I
but I
mean,
think
they are what they are.
I think
I
the C
mean,
plus.
I don't see them if they was in WWE and they let's say they were in WWE for what? Let's give them 5 years. I don't see them, being a top draw on WrestleMania.
I think that
You know.
they could be. I think they could be B wrestlers. Now, right now, I think they're C plus wrestlers. In my opinion, they're
Okay.
C plus
Okay.
wrestlers. So that's pretty much rolling with that line what Z1 just said. But yeah, I think they're C1 wrestlers. I mean C plus wrestlers.
Okay.
But
Now Tim Enlow said they're at the glass ceiling, just not fully broken through yet.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Now, do I ever think they can get to that A plus level? Now, I don't know, Chris. Those guys is not. They're not as good as they could. They're not as good as they could be. They're gonna get better. That's the way
Okay.
I see it. I believe they can get better as long as they continue to work in their craft. They're gonna get better. But I think, Chris, they are satisfied with where they at. I just really do. I don't. So to me, the same claim. No, wait a minute. They do a few extra moves, but I don't know, man. 6 months ago, man, we was talking about those guys should have the titles. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about that a
Yeah.
while
Yeah, we
back,
were.
but that's because of who they are and the way they come out,
Yeah.
man. The things that they can do in the ring. But they was impressive, man. They was impressive. So I don't know, Chris. Those guys could end up being just as good as New Day. Who knows? And I mean, I'm being
Okay.
straight up.
So, what would you give that match overall? And the Acclaim did win, by the way. They kept retained the
I gave
titles.
it three. I gave it 3 stars, man.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I gave it
I
3 stars.
definitely. Oh wow, Z1 said, "Oh heck no, uh, heck no, Young Bucks." He don't say that. He don't even think they're on the Young Bucks level. He says he compares their claim to the New Day.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I just said I can see them being just. Remember, I just said that. I
Yeah.
can see them being just as good as New Day. Now, Young Bucks, I don't say they're not on their level yet, but I can see them get. I don't think they're too far down. Now, when it comes to the Young Bucks, of course, they can't do all the things high flying that the Young Bucks do, and I don't think they'll ever be able to do that. That's the Young Bucks style.
Yeah.
But they do enough things well enough to where they can be comparable to the Young Bucks in certain things. They can get away with a lot of things against the Young Bucks that the Young Bucks basically don't do. So Young Bucks got them, but man, the Young Bucks probably like a half a star above these guys. I don't think they too much that too now. Besides experience, they got the experience on them.
Yeah.
They do got that high flying, they do got all that high flying stuff that they do. They got them. They got the experience on them, and they got the work on them as far as the experience of who they working with, the people they worked with, and the people they don't wrestle against, and the people that they surrounded with have been a lot better than the people that's been around the claim. The claim that they haven't had that whole entire ball of
Yeah.
wax.
I am tired.
They're not playing on the same field. They're not playing, so I understand what Z1 is saying. But these guys, man, the claim, hey, we don't know what in the world they can turn out being if they stay healthy. Yeah, they could be something, man, because they both really young. And yeah, give them 3 to 5 years. Give them 3 years, man. I say 3 years. And
Okay.
they gonna have to rely more on their talent than continuing to rely on that gimmick. Because they can't continue to rely on that forever. Just put it that way.
Okay.
But yeah.
So, what would you give the match overall? You said what, 3 stars?
I gave that one 3 stars.
Okay. Now, Tim Enlow says, Mike Wise, hands down, yes. But in a tag team, they're old school WWF mid card. Orient Express. etc., etc.
Okay.
That's what Tim says they are. That's roughly
Well,
what he says.
if we go back to if we go back, man, to old school.
Woo!
Oh,
There's a deer.
Angela, what goodness sake! I don't know if you heard Angela.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a deer. Well, we just went. Deer was right out in the road, man. So you know how many deer in my neighborhood, man.
I know, man. I know.
Goodness sake! But yeah, look, man. Oh, wow. But yeah, if we talk about old school, you know, Tim, man, we talk about old school. We want to go back old school tag team thing. It's not many tag teams out here in wrestling.
I don't
Period.
even know who I could compare him to.
But period. It's not many of them. Period. That could run with old school WWE or WCW, especially WCW when they really focused when they was focused big time on tag team wrestling. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna sit there and
Yeah.
say that Max Caster and Anthony Barnes could run with. They could run with Doom. They could run with the Steiner brothers. You know, I'm
Oh
not gonna
Lord, no.
I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, you know, them guys would have been a good tag team to go up against Midnight Express and you know, Rock and Roll and Demolition and
Now Z1 said, let's
the
be
Heart
honest.
Foundation.
Z1 said, let's be honest. They caught lightning in a bottle. They have a gimmick and they're running with it.
Yeah,
They're just
exactly.
learning on the job, which is nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. No, there's nothing wrong with that. And look, I like them. I mean, you know, a lot of people like them. I like them. And man, look, I saw it in the whole thing about it is anytime I look at wrestling today, or I look at, you know, when I look at wrestling today, that's my whole deal is to look at wrestlers that can elevate the game to the next level. That's what I look at. And I'm talking about bring back the casual fans and bring in new fans. That's how I look at wrestling, and that's, you know, I put it on that. So that is the reason I looked at those guys and say, okay, man, these guys can bring in new fans. They can bring in, you know, bring back that casual fan, and that's what we need in wrestling. So that was my thing with the Acclaim. It wasn't as great that they was really this great tag team. Now when I look at great tag teams, I look at somebody like him. I look at Imperium. In my opinion, Imperium is the best out there, and I mean, and FTR is on the same level they are. And I know a lot of people gonna say, okay, FTR is the best tag team in the world, and that's what people are looking at. But in my opinion, the best tag team that I've seen since I've started watching wrestling again a year and a half ago is Imperium. Those guys are elite. Let's see, and the Briscoe brothers. Briscoe's elite too, and FTR has some classic matches with. Now, if you talk about classic matches with them, now if you talk about guys that can wrestle with the old school wrestlers, FTR,
Oh, good Lord, yeah.
Imperium, and Briscoes. Those three teams right there are the ones that can really go against the old school wrestlers, old school back in the day, and really make a mark. Now, as far as Young Bucks, I just don't know. I I just don't know. I don't even know if I would have rolled those guys out there against the Nasty Boys. I have no idea if I would have done anything like that.
Yeah.
You know,
But yeah, let's go ahead and get finish
Put
up
them
this
people on.
card though, man, because we're getting on a whole nother tangent.
Oh yeah, man, that's cool, man. That's cool. All right,
so-
but yeah, we're about to finish it up with the last match. Okay, right before our final match, man, we had John Moxley MJF promo pack. I thought was really good. I gave it a thumbs up, Chris. Then we had the match, John Moxley versus MJF for the AEW championship.
Yes.
Hey, so we're gonna go in. You know, I'm not gonna go and give the star rank what I gave it yet until we talk about this thing, man. So let's roll on with it.
It was.
Watch out for Bambi.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Okay.
Man, Oos, stop there, man. Stop it,
All
man.
right.
Let that go, man. Let that go.
Oh
Let it
man,
go.
goodness
Let that
sake,
go,
man.
man. Let that go.
Sean,
God
man,
damn, man.
Sean Trippin, boy.
Yeah, ooh.
They was tag team, man. Hey, it was in a
Mm.
different sport. They shot.
Yeah,
They
it was
just
a
pretty
different
much
sport.
kind of like veered away from their main sport.
Yeah,
For this,
that
you
was
know.
a whole nother sport they were doing right there.
Yeah, but they did what they did. You know.
Whew. God almighty. I lost my train of doggone thought, man. Golly.
Wow.
I can't even think, man.
All right,
You
man.
don't mess
John
me up,
Moxley
man.
versus MJF, bro.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That right there. The vibe was off, man, because obviously everybody was excited for MJF because that's his hometown, home state, New
Yeah.
Jersey. That's where he's from. Everybody was happy. MJF was tripping, man. He pulled Xavier Woods out there because you saw what he did on the way down to the ring.
What'd he do? Look, I didn't see everything because I like to say, I had turned away for just a second when he coming out to the ring. I just know he got a big. I know he got a big
Well,
pop.
let's just say he was almost at the ring, and there
Yeah.
was a lady that was very blessed.
Oh, okay.
And he basically walked over to her and just
Oh my gosh, man.
yeah.
I didn't see that part.
Yeah. I was like, really? Really?
Okay.
I was like, MGF, this how we all right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so he gets in the ring, the crowd's going crazy. Moxley comes out, and it really wasn't a lot of cheering for Moxley. I mean,
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
people were standing up trying to see where he was at in the arena and all that. But as far as like cheering and going crazy,
They were standing up. They were standing up because they were already standing up for MJF.
yeah,
Now,
and then they were looking trying to see where he was coming out at.
yeah. Now, when Mox came out, where he came out at, I will say some fans kind of like was with him. Some fans was with him.
Yeah.
But not a bunch, not a lot. Not a lot. But it was some fans that was rolling with him. So we will say that.
Yeah. And then it was pretty cool because I was expecting Regal to be out there on commentary or something, I was expecting him to be out there and he wasn't.
But Shad tripping, boy.
Yeah, he is, boy. He probably gonna go find that video and watch it tonight, man.
Jay Stone cracking up, boy.
Yeah.
All right, man. All right.
Tim, oh my God.
Shaking his head because he was cold laughing loud. Yeah.
No, that was not why he was. No, man, y'all. Oh my, no, man. That was not the reason. That was not the reason. Golly. But y'all, I don't know what's going on.
Go ahead now. I got my scenario. I'm gonna dig deep, man.
I know you're gonna dig deep, man.
I'm gonna dig deep. I
don't know what's going on with our viewers tonight. What's going on with y'all
it's all good, man. Everybody tired, man. But people start tripping when they tired. But I like what Tim just said, man. Was that Tim Menlo?
Yeah, that was Tim, man. And he wasn't cold, man. He was not cold.
All right.
But anyway, man.
Go ahead and talk about the match, man.
Anyway, man. So the match started out. It was a good match, man. And it just it was just one of them things where you would think it would be better than what it was, man, because it started out so awkward.
Yeah.
It started out awkward, man. I mean, you up there rubbing your beard on a man's forehead, and I'm like, up in the corner, and you're doing the old eye rake on the ropes. I ain't seen that move in a long time. And then just like, golly, dude, you just, what? You're just doing all this stuff, man, and it's just, I don't know, man. The match was just odd to start off. It was just so awkward. And then you trying to put some elements of hardcore in there, which should have been disqualifications. But you know how AEW get down. They let it go. Um, I don't know. You take it here because I this now I think about this match it was a mess too,
Look, man.
and it should have been better, but it was a mess too. Now I think
Yeah,
about it.
should have been an incredible match. Every match that I've seen MJF in a pay per view since we've been doing the straight up wrestling show, it's been like a 4-star match. 3.5, 3.5, I think was the worst. Or maybe I think the worst one was when Wardlow just crushed him. Okay, and
Yeah.
he let him just crush him. Okay, but every match was 3.5 or better, and he put together an incredible match, a couple incredible matches that were like the best matches on the two of the pay per views 2 times straight.
Oh yeah.
So he's capable, Chris.
Yeah, he's definitely capable, man. No doubt.
But this man went into this match. He's wrestled one time, and
Mm-hmm.
how long had he been out when he went out with that contract dispute thing? He's supposed to been out.
He was out a
How long
couple of
he been out?
months,
3
man.
months, 4 months.
Yeah, he was out a couple of months. Yeah.
Came back a couple months ago? I think on the 5th
Mm-hmm.
of September,
Yeah,
somebody 4th of
something like
September.
that. Yeah.
September. He came back. The man wrestled one time since then. So in 5 months, he's wrestled one time. How many?
But
I don't know how much he's been working out. I know he's been working.
he looked good though. He looked good though.
He worked out. He been working. No, he been working out in the gym, Chris. No, he looked precise on his moves, the things that he was doing.
Oh yeah.
But as far as his fluidity or whatever you want to call it, he didn't look that fluid in the match. The match didn't flow the way his matches usually flow, and a lot of it could be with Jon Moxley. He's used to working a certain style, and maybe MJF didn't fit that. But once again, I will say this: like I said, you want to be great. Okay, go ahead and be great on the mic. But you want to be great at something? Like I say, buddy, we're going to look at your whole entire work. You want to sit here and say that you are once in a generation type star or whatever? Hey, buddy, prove it inside that ring. The marquee says wrestling, not MJF can talk. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. You can get out there and talk all you want to. You can get on that mic, be the most incredible speaker. You can do everything you can to outshine Roddy Piper, outshine Ric Flair, outshine The Rock, outshine Stone Cold Steve Austin. You could try to be the next next MC. You might as well start rapping or whatever.
Yeah.
Show us that you're the best on the mic ever.
Need to do something, man.
Yeah, if that's what your deal is, let it be your deal. But if you want to be the greatest wrestler in the world, man, get in that ring and doggone perform. Because, like I say, after seeing that mess yesterday,
man, it wasn't all on him, man. It wasn't all on him, man. Moxley, man. They really didn't have no chemistry, man. They really didn't have no true chemistry, man.
No, they didn't have no chemistry. Mox wrestled like he always wrestled, Chris. But whose fault is that really? How do we know if MJF was getting into that ring and getting into that ring and performing his task of practicing for this match? How do we know if that was happening? Because the way this guy is, hey, I'm a superstar. He's the kind of guy, he's the David Jensen, and I'm talking about David Jensen who played basketball for Wade Hampton Generals when I played for Hillcrest, who would sit on the side. He was so great. He was great. This guy was a great basketball player. He was all going to lay up there on the bleachers while the other guys out there warming up because he figured he didn't need it. That's how great he was. He did this every game. But that's the way MJF is. Man, I'm a once-in-a-generation, star, whatever. I move the needle every time I get in. So he don't have to get into the ring, unless he's getting attacked or whatever and just do a little bit of work and get all that money.
Well, I mean, he's going to have to now because he's a champion.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to, man. And I tell you what, who knows? Who knows?
Man, he ain't gonna do nothing crazy.
Man, this joke might be the Floyd Mayweather of wrestling, man.
Man, stop that, man.
That joker might wrestle 3 times this year. Who knows?
Man,
2023, 3-4 times, man, a year. I mean, he might wrestle a couple times on TV and 3 or 4 times on pay-per-views. And that's it, man. Wrestle every pay-per-view 2 times on TV.
Man, come on, man.
Hey, he's telling everybody that, hey, he's on that level. And Chris, you was telling me that too, man. He don't have to wrestle. My girl Majestic Marie said he don't have to wrestle. Harry, I think is a mistake. And then what we saw trash. That was trash Friday night.
Man, like I said,
Saturday
it
night.
wasn't all on him,
Trash.
man. He wasn't by himself.
No, he wasn't by himself, man.
But you making it sound like it was just him by himself. He
But
won
you
screwed
trying
up
to
match.
tell me Mox?
That's how you make it sound. They had no
did
chemistry,
look,
man.
Did Mox look awkward? Mox
They had no chemistry, man. They had no chemistry.
He wrestled the way he wrestled. Why didn't they have chemistry, Chris?
Because they hadn't met. Golly, man, I don't know.
They wrestled before. They wrestled before in the past.
How long ago that's been?
It's been a while back, but I know one thing: those matches was pretty decent. They were way better than this.
Okay, let me. You want to get deep? I'm gonna get.
They wrestled 2 or 3 times before. I know that.
Hold on. You want to get deep? We gonna get deep.
Yeah, get deep. Get deep. I want you to get deep with it because I'm gonna get deeper.
Okay. Check this out.
We was deep, but we gonna go. We getting real deep right here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Matter of fact,
all right, man.
Peek this. When it comes to Friday night SmackDowns.
Wait a minute, man. Jeff Samuel, man. Fluidity P. Diddy. We go. That's the star comment, man. So, man. Hey, my man Chris Williams, laugh out loud. My man Chris Williams says facts. And then my man Chris Williams says, if you can have people talk, Holyfield, ear bite, Tyson, get me something that can have you talk today on boxing. Yeah. All right. Chris tripping out. Yeah, if you can dance, show me a break dance, laugh out loud. Cal Billy said, Harry, build a Major Payne type of character. Right.
God, don't.
All right, man.
But listen what I'm saying. Okay.
Cal Billy, we're glad that you joined us.
Yes, man. Thank you. Now check this out now. Friday Night SmackDown. When you see the New Day and Braun Strowman go up against Imperium last week, prime example. Harry, do you know that they probably had a whole week to 2 weeks to prepare for that one match?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's why? Because of their schedules, the way it's set up. You have everybody wrestling on Mondays, and anybody that don't wrestle on Mondays, i.e. SmackDown superstars, they are at live events all the way through from Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. So when Friday come, you in practice all week long on, okay, we can do this, we can't do that, we might be able to do this. So when it comes time to do the match, you in there, you're talking to the agents, and you're talking amongst each other, and you're like, hey, we did this in Utah. Now we're here in Sacramento, and we did this. We can add that, or we can take this out, and it works because you know everybody's timing. You got everything down pat.
Yeah.
AEW schedule ain't like that, Harry. They don't have where they run it every day of the week. They don't have that. So you gonna think okay, we wrestled a couple of months back. But guess what? A couple of months back, some stuff done changed. You might have lost a step. I might have gained a step. And that's going to throw somebody off.
I know, Chris, man, but look, John Moxley wrestles a lot. Now, but they know this thing, ever since he had this chip, they knew this thing was going to go down, man. Chris, it's been a long time.
But that don't mean they necessarily got in the ring or had a chance to wrestle and play around and get some ideas going for the match.
I know, man, but still, that's no excuse, man. There's no excuse.
Man, no, man.
Man, this is supposed to have been a spectacle, Chris, and then MJF wins the title. If it was going to be that bad, man, then somebody should have got into that referee's ear and said, change of plans. Change of plans, Chris. It didn't look good at all. But, man, I understand what you're saying, though. But Z1 said, I agree, he's going to talk more than wrestle. Yep, from MJF. Honestly, MJF is born in the ring. It's all about the storyline. Since Wardlow lost the belt, is he next for MJF?
Oh, dear God.
Oh, gosh.
Lord. Jesus. No.
I wouldn't be shocked. Oh, my gosh, man. That'd be a horrible scenario.
That'd be disgusting, boy.
Let's just hope and pray that this don't happen, man. This right here, that would be ugly. Wow, man. This is just flat crazy. My man Richard Chad, what's up, Richard Chad? Let's not miss Shot.
Yeah. Get deep like you. Oh boy,
Look, man, yo.
yeah, no, we ain't going
Oh
there.
my, oh
No,
man,
no,
boy,
no,
unforgettable
no.
night. Okay, damn, I'm done. Oh man,
We ain't
Sean is
doing that.
crazy, man.
We ain't doing
My
that,
man
man.
killing you, man. He killing us, man.
Man, I ain't.
He
Oh,
killing us, boy.
all
All
right.
right, Chad.
What's that? Get deep like in too deep. Think about it. Think about it.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh man.
Hey,
Oh yeah. Wow.
man. Hey. What's the chat? Give me the wop. Give me the wop. What
Yeah.
you mean? Give me the wop. Come on, man. Give me the wop. Hey, right there. Hey, right there. Give me the wop,
Man, we done started too much here, man.
man.
But look, Chris.
You gonna make me go watch that tonight?
Look, man, that was on VHS yesterday too. When I at Goodwill too Friday when I bought Black
Black.
Bill Jones on there. But I was like, nah, I got in too deep on DVD. And plus, like say, man, it's kind of hard to buy DVD or VHS now because so many things you can just easily stream, but some things you can't get. So, but
Yeah.
man, but yeah, all I have to say, Chris, they had a lot of time to really think about
Yeah.
this match,
Yeah.
and if they didn't preview this match, then Chris, then that right there is bad on Tony Khan, bad on Tony Khan, bad on
Look.
doggone the referees, bad on Tony Schiavone, bad on Jim Ross. All this stuff puts a black eye on AEW, the executives and the people that's in charge. It puts a bad eye on them, and because they did not look at what they had before they put it in the ring. And this was their main event, man. And that main event, it was
Well,
a
let me.
dud.
Well, let's ask about. What do you think about the turn, man?
I like the turn, Chris, but
I don't know where they're going with it though. That's
that's
I that's
that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, what now? What now?
yeah.
Okay, MJF, they should have just let him go ahead and use his ring and just knock this guy out, and then
Mm-hmm.
and keep William Regal with the Blackpool Comeback Club. But now
Mm-hmm.
he's not with any of them. Claudio, he don't have Claudio no more. Claudio's not gonna roll with that. Brian Danielson is not gonna roll with that. And who they got?
Willie
Willie
you?
fourth
Yeah,
member.
he ain't
These
gonna. Yeah.
guys are not gonna be with him no more. So when he turned his back on, he turned it back on John Moxley. He turned his back on all of them. So now he has MJF. So what is going to happen? Now he's going to be a heel manager. The whole thing about William Regal, man, he should just go on and be an executive in that company. Now these fans, well, they're not really going to hate him. They're going to love him because he's with MJF. But
Mm-hmm.
when it boils down to it, man, these guys can start getting sympathy points. If
I just want to know how they gonna make it make sense Wednesday. That's what I
look,
want to know.
Brian Danielson is the man that need to come out to MJF. Okay, Brian Danielson is actually the wrestler that should have that title. Like I said, MJF, I would like to see him fall to the wayside, and I would love to see him wrestle, team up with Ethan Page, like that scenario I had before. Or I would like to see Ethan Page and Ricky Starks, who wrestled earlier in the night. I would love to see that as a tag team. But Ricky Starks, in my opinion, is far more advanced than MJF when it comes to being a wrestler. MJF just got those promos over everybody, man. He do.
Yeah.
And
Now,
go ahead.
just read some of the comments here. Tim Enlow said it didn't look good. That's probably why Regal tossed MJF to Knuckles instead of MJF taking him. Okay.
Yeah.
And Shad said, "Love y'all, Oos. Love you too, bro. Love you
Hey,
too.
we love you too, Sean. No doubt, man.
All right." And Richard Chad to my love it. Chris, the movie made sense and too deep that pool stick. Yeah, that
Man,
scene
that
was
was
rough,
man,
but
that was pretty ill, man.
I mean, I was like, God, wait, I'm like,
Man,
that's cold blooded, boy.
I broke it off in him, boy.
Hey, but like, hey, what's my name? God. Hey, boy, hell, wasn't no joke, boy. Z1 said MJF needs to be a wrestling champion, but they need to shield him until he's better in the ring. A lot of these AEW homegrown talent need work in the ring.
Yeah, no doubt. Look, Z1, that's the reason I said him and Ethan Page, I believe if they put those two together as a tag team, they can develop together. And those guys could be one of the top tag, man, they could be one of the best tag teams in the world. He has that type of talent. But man, that's the way I saw Flair come up. Back in the 70s, man, that's the way Flair came up. A lot of people don't remember that, but that's the way he came up. in the business, and he was able to work side by side by these greats. With Rip Hawk. I know a lot of you guys probably don't know who Rip Hawk was, but was a great wrestler. Then he was able to work alongside Blackjack Mulligan, work alongside the Anderson brothers, man. Ernie the Cat Ladd, he was teaming up with. Cowboy Bob Duncombe. Bobby Duncombe, he teamed up with Chief Wild McDaniel. Man, Johnny Valentine and Greg Valentine teamed up with them. Him and Greg Valentine, probably the best tag team in 1979 when they were going up against the Andersons. They were so good, Chris, they stripped them of the titles. They stripped them of the titles because nobody could beat them. They were so violent and so good that they stripped them of the titles. Stripped them. That's how good Ric Flair and Greg Valentine was. And very brutal, man. Those guys were great. Ric Flair at that time was 79. Ric Flair was 28, I think. So that's what I'm trying to say. When he was 25, 26, 27 years old, Ric Flair, yes, he was a solo star. He was wrestling Steamboat and he was wrestling Wahoo McDaniel and people like that. But this man was making his mark in tag teams. That's the way I think they need to build MJF. Put him around all these guys, man, that have experience, these guys that are great and that's coming up. And Ethan Page, man, I think have a huge skill set. And put somebody like William Regal in that, in their corner as their manager or whatever, I think will be great. But MJF, man, I think it's too early to give this guy this belt, even though I do think he should have the belt because, like I said before, what did I say, Chris? Him and Roman Reigns are the future. They are the guys.
They're the future of this business, man.
Yeah, and you're talking about putting a spotlight on wrestling. Those two guys can do it.
Yeah.
But it concerns me when MJF, don't want to get into that ring because he needs the experience, man. He needs it, and that's all it is to it.
He got that Ric Flair 1985 mentality, man. Only wrestle every so often on TV because that's what Ric Flair did.
But that Ric Flair 1985, he had earned it. Ric Flair had been in the business in 1985 for 14 years.
But you got to think though too, man. He's like MJF, basically like I'm gonna do what Ric Flair did in '85. I'm gonna wrestle every once and off. I'm gonna come on. I'm gonna come on TV. I'm gonna cut a promo, talk some trash, and I'm gonna leave. Yeah, but he's like, ain't nobody seen that since Ric Flair done that. He's like, and that's what he's gonna mold. I'm trying to tell you, that's how he's gonna mold himself, man.
Oh, I know. Well, man, look, but that don't mean it's gonna work.
I didn't say it was gonna work. I just said that's how he's gonna mold himself.
I know, yeah, that's what he's gonna do. But the whole thing about it is, he's just gonna mold himself in front of. He's gonna mold himself in front of the wrestling fans that's out there today. He's not gonna mold himself. He's not gonna be the Ric Flair because what did Ric Flair do? Ric Flair brought fans into the business. He brought people that wasn't watching wrestling into watching wrestling. He brought. People go by. You can go by a TV and see this guy and say, "Hey, I want to see this guy lose." When do they come to? When are they coming to the arena? When are they coming to the Coliseum? I want to go down here because I want to see this guy get his butt kicked. MJF, he might have that, but they be like, "Oh, they're not coming because they never been to Greenville, a major, a city, a major Carolina city like Greenville, South Carolina." They never been, Chris. Or if they come into Columbia, they won't be in Columbia. They probably next 4 months or something like that. So you don't have that element. You don't have that no more. So you be like, you got to go pay to see MJF. Who's going to get on the plane and go and fly to watch AEW wrestling?
Somebody would, I'm sure. I don't know who, but I'm sure somebody
would. Now, when they came to Charlotte, I remember it was people came from Boston and all kind of places like that. They're not going to do that now. Few people going to do that. But I'm saying, are you going to get new fans do that? Is new fans going to do that?
I doubt that, though, but man.
Exactly. So, I mean, he's going to, all his mold and everything he's going to do, he's going to be, look, say I'm the best manager. I'm the best manager at your local food mart. When I'm talking about your local food mart, your local Giant, your local Piggly Wiggly, your local Publix, your local doggone Walmart, neighborhood market, grocery store. I'm the best manager. Everybody knows me, man. That's how it was when I worked for Publix. Anyway, all the people know me because I talk to all the customers and everything. I'm hugging babies. I'm encouraging families, and I'm helping their kids with their schoolwork or whatever, telling the wrestlers and how to keep in shape and the football players and things like that. Everybody loves me, man. And everybody in that town, that comes to that store, they love me. And man, I'm the big dog I'm the big dog in that grocery chain. I'm the big dog for Bilo. I'm the big dog for Winn-Dixie, whatever it is. Kmart. I'm the big dog. But that's the problem with AEW. He's going to be the big dog in AEW.
Hey,
But AEW is not the
hey,
big.
hey,
It's not the big show.
like the Rock said, you're a big fish in a little pond.
Yeah, exactly.
But you
World
know,
Wrestling Federation. When it comes to wrestling, that's the big show. That's what
yeah,
everybody's in tune to.
yeah.
People are gonna be like MJF when it comes to casual wrestling fans. They're gonna know. Some of them gonna know Roman Reigns, even though they're not watching it. They probably keeping their eyes and seeing what's going on
Oh yeah, of
over
course.
there in WWE to see who's the champion. That's what I did when I didn't watch it. When I started watching, I stayed in tune with who had the titles, who was the main players. Remember, I used to ask you that too.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
did
What's the name? Ron Nico. He asked you that. He would
all the
ask you what's
time.
going on.
Jesus, all the time.
So,
I'm
so
like, boy, turn on your TV, boy. Get an internet, boy.
exactly.
Just do
So
something,
that's
boy.
what casual fans do. But the casual fans for WWE, they're not worried about the ones who was WWE fans for years and now start watching. They're not worried about what's going on in AEW. Oh, who's the champ over in AEW? MJF. Who is that? What's the
Well,
name? MJF.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
I'm back with Jacob Freeman.
I'm sure that they know who he is now. I'm sure.
There's a few of them. No, I'm saying the casual fans, Chris. I'm talking about
yeah.
the fans that's already watching WWE. I'm talking about the guy who haven't been watching wrestling for the past 4 or 5 years.
Oh yeah.
They're not gonna know who he is, Chris.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known who he was. Man, you think I followed TNA? Look, I followed WWE and who the champions was. I didn't do that with TNA.
I didn't watch TNA.
I didn't care nothing about it, man.
I hated that trash.
I remember when Ric Flair went over that Sting and all them. I remember Rob Van Dam when all them over. They were saying Kurt Angle over there. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't care who was the champion. I didn't give a darn.
I hated TNA, but that was.
And I knew Dre was watching it. I knew a couple other people I knew was watching it. Never called and asked them who was the champion over there.
Never.
All I did was look. I knew Dixie ran it. I knew Jeff Jarrett had it. I knew his father had it first, and I knew Jeff had it. I knew Dixie had it, and then I know Vince Russo had joined, and then I knew Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff. And when I saw Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff on there, I said, okay, that's it. It's over with. I never tuned in. And I saw Kevin Nash. He never did. Kevin Nash looked like an old man, and Scott Hall looked like a drunk man. And I'm like, this is retarded, man. So I never paid attention to who was the champion over there. But they had got to a level where AEW has surpassed what they was, but they was up there on that same kind of level that AEW is now. But no, man, we didn't go and try to find out who was the champ over there. But I wanted to know who the champions was in WWE. I kept up with it.
Yeah.
Even
let's catch up on some of these comments real quick here. Tim Enlow says, now we'll probably be able to see MJF in a WWE wrestling tryout video. Classic Into Deep Pam Deep film. Pam Grier is still fine today. Yes, she is.
Yes, she is. Man.
I thought I was your man. I am your man. I hate you, LL Cool J.
To that day.
To that day. Bad businessman though. Yep.
To this day.
And Richard Chad says, I love this show. Thank you, Richard. Thank you,
Richard.
man.
Appreciate it, man. We love all you guys too, brother.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Z1 says, I think Regal's going to bring up some old beef with Mox and don't think he will manage MJF. Okay. Huh.
Wow.
Jake Stone, Jake Stone says, classic hilarious line. People will say, you ain't no cop Jay Reed. You ain't no cop Jay Reed from Akron. You ain't no cop Jay Reed. Akron up. But for some reason, the music made me cry watching the end. They don't make movies like that anymore, but you should. But I bet you the kid, yeah. Broke character.
What the heck? Harry was the best in the world. What? Did you freeze, Chris?
No, I'm good. That was
okay.
Something going on. Shad said, "No, wait, he's Roman." True. Shad Van Dam says, "Ladies and gentlemen, Shad Van Dam is calling a night, so he's out of here."
All right, Shad Van Dam, peace. Have a good one, brother.
All right. And Chris Williams said, "Yo, Briscoe, Rock, like what? What's up, Jay Reed? God, hey, Hork, my little man, drug lord, perfect,
Man, what was the
yo."
movie? What was the movie? Okay, but yeah, let's go ahead and finish up with this thing, man. Look, I gave. What did you give that match though, Chris?
I gave it a 3.
I gave it 2.5 stars, man.
Mm.
Yeah, I gave it 2.5 stars, man. I can't roll with that 3. I gave two and
The
a half
only
stars.
reason, the only reason I gave it a 3 because of the crowd's reaction to MJF when he first came out.
Yeah, the crowd reaction was really good. But I wrote down a little. I wrote something down in the uh,
Oh
PS.
wow, Z1 and Jacoby Peter both gave it a 3.5.
Okay, I said fans were booing when John Moxley put those elbows on MJF when they was on the top turnbuckle. So I did say that. When they was on that top turnbuckle, he started going with those elbows. Fans started booing, man. So the fans, I think, is getting tired of that.
Yeah.
Look, Jacoby and my man Z1 said 3.5 stars. So that's wait a minute. Jacoby said 3.2, and Z1 said
they said 3.2.
so
Okay.
that jumped yours up a little bit. And we graded on the curve. If it gets to 3.3, we jump it to 3.5. If it's at 3.2, we keep it at 3 stars. So Chris had it at 3 stars. You guys gave it 3.2. I'm gonna go ahead and jump my 2.5 stars up to 3 stars. I had a hard time doing this, man. And look, I'm putting it on the curve, Chris. I'm putting it on the curve. It was very disappointing. That's all I gotta say.
Now, what would you give? What would you give the whole show?
Woo.
Let's say I the main card. The main card. I'll say 3.5.
I say 3.5. That's what I was looking at. 3.5. I'm trying to give it 3. I'm trying to give it 3, but I can roll with 3.5. I'm going with 3.5. I was trying to give it 3. I want to give it 3. I really do.
The only reason I give it 3.5 because the Lucha Bros and Death Triangle match.
And look, I thought, like I say, man, I know you thought it was a weird match, and it was missing something, but it was. And because of the heat wasn't there. The Bryan Danielson match with Claudio Castagnoli and all these guys.
Tim Endo tripping, boy. Tim tripping. He said
would have been 4, but took my glasses off, so only a 2.5 because also I closed one eye.
Golly.
Man, Tim tripping. But yeah, I'm gonna go and go. Yeah, I can go and go with 3.5. Man, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad show. It really wasn't.
Yeah.
But like I say, we got to talk about that crowd, man. All right.
Z1 said 3.5 comparing to a 0.5 for the trios match.
Okay. Yeah, Jeff Samuel said 3.5 stars too. Yeah, I can roll with that. My man Jacoby Peter, he's tripping, boy. The reaction for the 3 of MJL. But yeah, look. It was okay, Chris. It was pretty good. Could have been better. I don't think that crowd helped it at all.
Nah.
They need to think twice before they go back to Newark, New Jersey to do another show. Now, I know a lot of those people came from New York. But, man, look, I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said at the beginning, I think Tony Khan ate a lot of those tickets. I think he had to eat a lot of those tickets.
He probably did, man, but
you talking about sold 20 million? Look, I say my man bought more than half of those tickets. I believe AEW purchased more than half of those tickets myself.
Possibly.
I really do.
Possibly.
I really do. It didn't make no sense, Chris.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
For a crowd to be like that. What would you say percentage-wise in any match was the loudest the crowd got? I mean, I'm talking about the whole shebang that you believe a percentage-wise.
When they were chanting FCM Punk?
Yeah, that right there sounded like it was about 70% of the crowd.
If not the whole crowd.
Yeah, maybe the whole crowd. I don't know. It seemed like everybody got into it. But they really went off on CM Punk. But the biggest crowd reaction was probably that MJF. And he got probably 40% of the crowd.
Yeah.
I say, if lucky, he got 40% of the crowd. Sting probably got 30-something% of the crowd. And Brian Danielson did too. But man, it just wasn't good, man. And then my man
No.
Jay Lethal, wasn't he in a losing match again?
Yeah, because they lost to Sting in at
Darby
Darby
Allin.
Allin. Yeah.
Horrible, man, just horrible.
Yeah, that
Look,
was not one of their best shows. Not by a long shot.
it wasn't a bad show, but it wasn't great. And look, man, when I look at Dynamite and what they did with the 818,000, I don't know the ratings for Rampage. They haven't came out yet.
Yeah.
They might be out now, but their rating for Dynamite for the Go Home show, it was bad. 818,000 people, not good, not good. So, man, we'll see. We will see how this thing all play out. And they supposed to have some extra outlets with I think YouTube was carrying it over in other countries along with Fight TV, and they was able to show it in some. They had it at movie theaters too. It played in some movie theaters.
Wow.
So yeah, they got some extra venues and things like that. So that should help them out, man. As far as on the monetarily, it should help them out a little bit more. But who knows, man? Z1 3.5. Okay. Oh, we need to talk about pay-per-view price. Yeah, this needs to be
$50 was ridiculous.
$24.99. Yeah, it should have been $34, something like that.
Man.
Most. Yeah, $59. $49.99 for that mess, man.
That was trash.
Yeah.
See, but if they were smart, they would, like you said, they would get on a streaming platform or something. HBO, Paramount Plus, anything, man. Why don't you try to get a deal with Amazon?
Yeah.
Something. I mean, but this is just god.
Look, they can start their own show, Chris. They could do their own platform. They could do their own app. Why not? They can do their own app.
But I don't know.
And if that app, look, what's name didn't even get up. What's name never got to 1 million with their app. But they got close. WWE, I think they got 900 and some thousand. Almost, they got close to 1 million before not Paramount, but Peacock bought them. Now, do you think AEW can get 200,000 people to buy that app?
I hate to say it, no. I hate to say it, no. I really do. I hate to say it.
Well, see, look, if they can't get 200,000, then we see the hesitation on somebody like Paramount picking them up. Man, Hallmark, I know Hallmark Channel won't pick them up because of the blood and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But man, try FX1 or somebody. Well, if they went on FX1, man, it'll be free. But try somebody. Fox Sports, try somebody. Talk to somebody.
Yeah, they do need to.
I mean, CBS Sports got their own app. CBS been talking. CBS might be interested. Who knows? But at least they should try. I don't even think this dude is trying. I think he tried with HBO Max, and HBO Max left him out there dangling, man. And
probably, man, because
he's basically out there taking it. They probably say, "Oh, we'll just talk to you later, or we'll talk to you in 2023 if you do good in 2022. Oh, we'll talk to you in 2024 if you do good in 2023." Man,
up there just sucking them, man, just yanking them along.
HBO Max got they number one. They got the number one app right now. Well, the best app as far as movies and stuff like that. HBO Max is pretty much.
Yeah, man, because they got my movie on there, man. Black Dynamite, man. Black Dynamite, and they got the Black Dynamite cartoon, boy. I love that, boy.
But HBO Max don't need them, man.
Z1 Paramount probably would take them, man.
Yeah, Paramount. That's what I'm saying. Paramount might. I would love to see them on there. And look, the whole thing about it is this. Because HBO Max, man, HBO stopped boxing, man. They stopped boxing.
Oh,
so
wow.
if they push boxing down, sometimes some of the boxing shows used to get over 1 million views, 2 million views.
If they ain't even doing boxing no more, then they ain't gonna try to get no wrestling.
Yeah, they cut boxing out. So yeah, I'm just like,
yeah, it's a wrap. Yeah.
Why not talk to ESPN? They in better shape than what who was on ESPN before? You had AEW. AEW was on there. I mean, AWA was on there one time. Global Championship Wrestling had a deal with them one
I
time too.
remember them, but I
But
just
they
know
did. They was on
AW.
there. They was on there. That was who first time I saw Harlem Heat. Stevie Ray and Booker T. They was called. They had different names then.
The Ebony Express.
Exactly. They was with Global Championship Wrestling. They was on ESPN for a short period. But ESPN, they dealt with wrestling before. ESPN need programming. They definitely do. Only star who the person that you know on there? ESPN.
Stephen A. Smith.
That's it. He's the only star they got. Everybody else is garbage, man. And Bo Money Jones been tossed off that show so many times, man. It ain't even funny.
Who?
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Who? Who? That's what I'm talking about. That's how we don't know who these people are. You know, I know some of the women, Holly Rowe and people like that. But outside of them, I know Lee Corso and those guys, man, on the the football show.
Oh yeah.
But outside of that, no. Don't know those cats, man. So that's what I'm trying to say. They are looking for programming. ESPN is in a bad way. So ESPN needs programming. Go over there and talk to them. Why not? All they can say is no.
That's Josh, man.
All they can say is no. I mean, that's crazy, man. But yeah, go on your own app. Go on your own app.
Yeah, man. They need to do something, man. But
yeah.
Whew, so 3.5 for the whole show, man.
Yeah, 3.5. I'm with 3.5. That's exactly what I was thinking. But look, I'm just saying I was trying to break it down to a 3-star show. I wanted to so bad. Yeah.
Z1 says it's probably hard dealing with Tony. Look how Tony handles talent and his own business. AEW should easily sell, especially if you're looking for young male demographics.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
but that's Tony is a young Vince McMahon with no true direction on how he wants the things to work, because he's just that guy, man.
Did Tim say? But come on, but come on, Chris. AEW has Dynamite too. They do have this. AEW Dynamite on Wednesday nights.
Man, come on.
And they got some black dynamite on there too, man. Where I really can't say it's dynamite because it's not exploding. Jay Lethal.
Exactly. But yeah, man, I don't know what to say about it, man. But AEW, they just are who they are.
They got.
I don't expect more from them than what they are.
They got a lot of work.
Chris Williams says AEW needs a writing team. They do.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Z1 said, when is War Games? War Games is this week.
Yeah,
next week.
Yeah,
next week or this week.
It might be this week. Might be.
It might be this week because
I think it is this week.
It's around. Let me see. Hold on here. It might be this
right
week.
after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, let me see. Hold on. Yeah, Saturday, the 26th. So this
All right,
week,
man. Cool.
It's this week. Yeah.
Well, maybe we should stay home and watch this, Chris.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think we had nothing going on.
We don't have nothing. We don't have nothing. I mean, I thought about going out to AEW. But
APW.
HWA is running, which somebody called me. Danny Paris called. AEW, HWA is running, and who else is running? That Wrestling for Christ or whatever. I'm not going to neither one of them.
I am not trying to go to North Carolina in the winter. I've
no,
done
that's
that
what I'm
enough.
It's too cold.
Good.
Only way I would do, is go down to, and I might go down to their practice or whatever, man. We might just do something for Chris, for our man Dump Truck, for his brother,
Chris Thompson.
But I don't know about going over to APW or not. But AEW, man, like I say, it is what it is, and it came out 3.5 stars. Randy Sam says, you already read that. War Games this Saturday. Yeah, thanks, Randy Sam. He said they want to be like WCW so bad. That's my man, Tim Enlow, right? It's this week.
He'll be at WrestleCade.
WrestleCade doing it. Oh, okay, cool.
And man,
Jacoby,
speaking of WrestleCade, we gotta
we
go
got to
next
get
year,
out of this,
man.
man. Yo,
We
this
got
is
to. We
crazy.
got to.
Jacoby Peter, man, says Harry gonna sleep if he wanna. If he went to AEW Arena, Harry gonna sleep if he went to
Heck
the
yeah, man.
AEW Arena. Yes, no doubt. With the Wendy Q pillow. Yeah. All right, Z1. Did you see MJF media scrum out the full gear? He's trying too hard. Chris did put that in the group.
I put it in the Facebook group. I caught bits and pieces of
I
it.
didn't check it out. Wow.
He was basically up there, he was like, "Yeah, I told you I did it. Yeah, yeah, yeah." And all y'all fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Y'all some dummies. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? Blah 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 blah. He's like, "How gullible are y'all? Y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of marks." Blah 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 blah.
Look,
Of
man.
course, blah blah. I mean, it was MJF.
Man, there's a song, man. What year did that song come out? Around 94? Maybe it came out in 93. 92. I guess maybe 92. Let me see if I can get the tune and see if you can figure it out, Chris. Dun 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 dun. Can you get it?
No.
This is it. Dope from the Fly Kid. Ice is back. You played yourself. Ice Cube. Ice T. Ice T. Remember the song You Played Yourself?
Yeah, I remember the song now. Yeah. I remember the song. Yeah.
That's what MJF is doing, man. He played himself. And if he continues on in the streak and the things that he's doing and the way I think he's going to get over on the fans as this world champion, he played himself, man. Because it just the way this thing is I feel is going to work out, the way he's going to play the role as the world champion. I don't think it's going to be good, and I don't think it's going to be anything to elevate him. It's definitely not going to be anything to elevate AEW. It's definitely not going to be anything to elevate wrestling, which it should be. He has the ball in his court, and he's dribbling with it. Not saying that he's not going to make some baskets.
Yeah.
But he's going to miss the most important. When it comes down to that 3-point shot, this man ain't going to be like Robert Ory. This man is going to shoot that thing like
dog. I almost said Robert Ory. God dog, but you could at least moved it up and said Steph Curry. Good God.
No, I'm saying, Robert Ory, man. You know how many times he won? Man, how many times he helped this team win championships? That man was Mr. Clutch.
He ain't no Steph Curry now.
He hit more game-winning shots than Steph Curry did. Steph Curry, man, is just a great 3-point shooter. He's not Robert Ory, man. How many? This Joker got 7 NBA championships.
7.
Yes.
He ain't got no more than Mike. No.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
No.
Yes, he does.
No, ain't no way.
Yes, he does.
Man, hold on. Robert Ory can't handle that. No, man. No.
Robert Ory has 7 NBA championships. 7, Chris. Man, that Joker Mr. Clutch, man. You must not be paying attention to basketball, man. Robert Ory hit so many doggone game-winning shots, man, in the championships with the Lakers, with Houston Rockets, and man, I don't care, man. That Joker got 7 championship rings. As far as
what the word? Yeah, he got 7. What the hell?
I told you, man. You just don't know sports like me, Christopher Burton.
Man, whatever.
Remember, I was the man at No Limit Sports. Me and what's the other dude, man?
Tomato King.
Yeah.
Dante, you and Dante.
Think of his name. When we did the No Limit Sports, I know about sports, Chris.
Dante, man.
Man, Robert Ory hit so many doggone game-winning shots. Steph Curry, man, have not been Mr. Clutch. He was Mr. Clutch last year at the championship, but a lot of those things when he was winning. Now, of course, he won that one championship that first time, but he didn't get the MVP. Oh man, damn, I can't even think of his name right now. But when they
best of Tony Khan, man, Joke ain't got no. Y'all tripping, boy.
Playing the best of Tony Khan, okay?
Y'all tripping, boy.
Is he Randy Orton? Let's see. Oh, did you talk about Robert Ory? What the heck are you saying? All right, man. Where we at? Richard Chaz. Chris and Harry, do we see a big surprise tomorrow? A woman battle royal to determine who joined Bianca Belair tomorrow, and that's it. Okay. Jacoby Peter. Harry felt that ice cold when he went outside while Eat that white only pie, man.
There you go on that doggone pie, boy. There
But
you
no
go.
white pie, boy. Chris Williams, is he related to Randy Orton? No, not Robert Horry is. No, of course not. All right, maybe we can do that thing in WWE. Who wins Heyman now with Moxley versus MJF on who wins Regal? Okay, Chris back there playing the best of Tony Khan. But look, man. But I'm just saying that when it comes down to it, man, this guy is not going to be. Dang, who was the guy, man? I can't even think of his name. I'm forgetting all these basketball players' names. The one who was the 3-point man before.
Larry Bird.
No, man, no, not Larry Bird, man. The guy who it's not that long ago that he retired, man. The guy used to play with the Celtics, with Kate, one with Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce.
Oh, Ray Allen.
Yeah, Ray Allen. Ray Allen, man. Like I say, he hit some incredible shots, man, to win championships. Like I say, LeBron James wouldn't have won one if he hit that one against San Antonio Spurs, man. And then the Spurs came back and crushed them in 4 games the next year. But they won. He won that 7th game. He won that 6th game. He pulled. If it wasn't for him, LeBron wouldn't have won that ring. But I'm just saying that, what's the name? Is he going to hit shots like that? Is he going to have these magical matches? Is he going to have these legendary matches? MJF, is he going to get the experience necessary? Is he going to wrestle the guys necessary to build him into that great superstar world champion that a Ric Flair was? That great superstar world champion that a Bret Hart was, that a Sting was? That, these guys, they can pull out these incredible matches, these legendary
No,
matches.
Harry. The answer is no.
John Michaels. Yeah, I know it's no.
Because the only person you got that can even bring that best out of him is Kenny Omega. And right now they ain't putting Kenny Omega in the title hunt, so no.
Well, Bryan Danielson too. I would say those two. But I mean, he might have to wrestle Danielson a few times to do it. But, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's some legendary matches. Why are you looking at me like that, man?
Who did you just say?
I said Bryan Danielson.
Tripping, boy. I can't believe this.
Man, get back on the doggone set, man.
Ain't no way in here, man. No.
What are you talking about? So now Bryan Danielson ain't no good, Chris?
Man, you tripping, man. You tripping.
Well, how in the world I'm tripping, man? You the one who always talk about Bryan Danielson and how good he is. Now he ain't no good?
Man, Bryan Danielson and MJF, that would be a nightmare of a matchup.
Why in the world would it be a nightmare of a matchup if Bryan Danielson's so good? If he's such a great wrestler like you think he is, why would it be
I ain't never seen he was a great wrestler. Man, no. No, man, no.
You have told me one time that Bryan Danielson is a better wrestler than Brad Armstrong. You said that one time. You said that. Chris, I got the receipts, man. I have to go back to plenty of all the what's name, but you said you didn't say it on the podcast. But one time,
I'm saying Brad Armstrong. What?
You said he was. I said, look, we was on there comparing some of these new school wrestlers to old school wrestlers. Maybe you was drinking or something. I don't know. But I asked you between Brad.
Well, he is better than Brad Armstrong.
Okay, he's better than Brad Armstrong. Brad Armstrong was a brilliant wrestler. So
man, all Brad Armstrong had was a leapfrog, drop kick, and some arm drags and a flying cross body.
He was a great wrestler.
That's all he had, Harry.
That's what you said.
That's all he had.
Ric Flair saying he's one of the best. Even Ric Flair says that he's one of the best wrestlers ever. He just couldn't talk. Ric Flair has said that. Stunning Steve Austin said that. Arn Anderson said that. They said this guy could have had it all. He just couldn't talk.
No. They said Bobby Eaton.
No, they said that about Brad Armstrong too. Not only Bobby Eaton. Ric Flair said that about Bobby Eaton. Now, my personal opinion, I think Bobby Eaton, all he had was the Alabama Jam off the doggone top rope. In my opinion, that's all he had. I thought Stan Lane was better than him. I thought Dennis Condrey was better than him. So I mean, Bobby Eaton is a Jay Stunner. He's the Jay. What I see out of Jay Stunner, that's Bobby Eaton. Same body build and everything. That's Bobby Eaton. Jay Stunner in Independent. And you guys don't know Jay Stunner wrestler out here on the internet.
Wow, Harry.
Yes.
Wow, man. That's that, man. You know
I'm
what?
sorry, man. I'm sorry. I know
God
you love him,
damn.
Chris, but I'm
I
sorry.
mean, Jay Stunner, my boy, and all, but God,
I'm
wait,
sorry.
Harry,
I'm sorry, man.
really?
No, man. Man, come on, man. Man, he was good, man. But come on, man. People act like, man, oh my gosh, man. People act like
Brett,
this guy was some kind of superstar, man. I didn't get it. Oh, I didn't get it, man. I didn't get it.
Brett Armstrong, boy, was like
Brad
I said.
Armstrong. No, Brad
That's
Armstrong was a
all
great.
he had, an arm drag.
No, that's no. Look, that was a spectacular move that he had. That was the things that stood out. That's
And
the moves that.
that's all you ever saw.
No, man, come on, man. All I ever saw from doggone Bret Hart was a doggone the sharpshooter or whatever he called it. That's
Man.
all I saw from him. I didn't understand. I didn't understand why people thought he was so great. I didn't understand it. Never did. Never did.
Oh Lord have mercy.
But you swear by him that he's man one of the greatest things. You swear by Rob Van Dam. I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
RVD is good, man. He is good.
Hey Chris, I didn't get it. You swear by Taz. I didn't get it. Taz, Hook's dad. I didn't get it. Now Taz.
Man, come on, man.
MMA, I got him, but in wrestling, I didn't get him. Chris, I didn't get him, man.
See, man, you still thinking about you still wish Frank Gotch was the world heavyweight champion, boy.
Hey man, Frank Gotch was the master, man. He was a
see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what
man, I don't know nothing about no Frank Gotch, man. I just know he was an NWA champion, man. Frank Gotch retired in 1956, man, way before my time. Man, get on with that crap, man. Frank Gotch, man. He was the master of catch and can when it was really real, man. When a lot of 80% of his matches was real. That's somebody I wouldn't have wanted to step in the ring with. Him, Luthez, a lot of them guys, them rounds, man, them jokers will shoot on you, man. If you didn't do what they was gonna told you to do, they would shoot on you.
They gonna make you do it.
Exactly. Harley Race would shoot on you. Jack Briscoe would shoot on you. Even in the 70s, them guys would shoot on you. They was real. They was the real deal, man. Rick Rude was the real deal. You know,
Chris Williams said, "Whoa, Harry! If it wasn't for Bret Hart, there would be no damn D. Bryan or anybody today."
Oh, I know it wouldn't be.
Now this is true. This is true.
I know it would be, but like I said, I'm just saying. Now, see, you went ahead and switched on me. You like Bryan Danielson is a great wrestler. If he's a great wrestler, then he should be able to make a good match with MJF.
But not the style he's wrestling now. I'll say that. Not the style he's wrestling now. No.
Well, then who can make a good match with MJF? Man, this guy's going to be regulated to wrestling doggone the milkman, the mailman, the cashier at your local hotspot. These are guys trying to bring in the doggone make this guy look good, man.
Hey, man. Hey, we'll put you in there with him. Pop him in the mouth a couple times, Harry.
Yeah, I'll pop him in the mouth, all right. I like it, man. I like it, man. And look, only thing it just makes me mad that this guy, I know what he's gonna do with that belt, man. It's gonna be sitting up there, and that belt gonna be collecting dust. They ain't gonna collect dust because he's gonna polish it, but he's gonna be polished. He's gonna bring it out. He's gonna bring that belt out like he brings his ring out. That's how it's gonna be.
We're gonna see what's gonna happen Wednesday, man. We're gonna see what's happening Wednesday, man. But shoot, boy, it's getting late, man. It's going on 12 o'clock, boy.
Well, I want my man Harold Carmichael, man, from the Philadelphia Eagles, retired superstar, to come into wrestling and beat MJF for the title. Harold Carmichael, 6'7".
Sean, man, you might as well go get Ernie Ladd.
Man, Ernie Ladd passed away a long time ago.
Well, go get Jim Brown then.
MJF is no Ernie Ladd, man.
Well,
not even on the mic. He can't even touch Ernie Ladd.
Get Jim. Hey, go get Jim Brown then.
Man, Jim Brown, 80-something years old, man. That joker great granddaddy, man.
I mean, now Z1 did have a point right there. He did. Oh, now that's legit. That's a legit point.
Yeah.
He needs to wrestle somebody like Cole. Yes. And unfortunately, there's really nobody in AEW with that style.
Man, didn't he him and Darby Allin had a 4-star match? and we rated one of his matches with Darby Allin,
Yeah.
4 stars in the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That was a great match.
Yeah.
Great match. I don't know, man. I have faith in the guy. I have faith in the guy, man. I think he's gonna show and prove. I mean, he's gonna have to, man. What Cal Billy say?
Man, Kyle Billy said Chris remind me of Coming to America, Randy Jackson scene where Arsenio threw the chicken bone in the collection plate.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh my God, man. Jake Stone said, "Go get Fred Williamson, boy."
Oh wow, man, wow. He just passed too, didn't he?
I don't think Fred's still alive. I think now.
Yeah, Fred's still alive. It's that other karate guy, the karate dude. But Fred Williamson, the old football player, man.
Yeah.
Hard
Chris
hit.
watching the original gangsters. I know, right? Jim Brown, yeah. Fred Williamson, Pam Grill.
Woo, man. Yeah, been a great night, guys. Appreciate all of you staying with us, man. Jake Stone, our man Z1, our man Randy Sam, our man Jacoby Peter, our
Scott
man Cal Billy, man, so many guys, our man
Tim Enlow.
Tim Enlow, that's what I'm saying, from Facebook. Man, Chris Williams, man, all you guys, man. It's part of the show, Richard Chad.
Man, Van Dam.
Guys, man, just rolling with us. Man, we are very grateful for that. And
yes.
I mean, tomorrow night, man, we will be tomorrow before. Chris, Lord say, me and Chris gonna have to talk about this tomorrow, but we will be doing some shows tomorrow, and we're gonna try to do the independent show that we just did this past Saturday. It could be a video, but most likely it's gonna be live because those people, man, we know we're gonna get a whole bunch of views from that crowd down in Eastern Alley, Georgia. Great crowd. That was a great show, and I tell you what, that show was better than the show we just watched, Chris.
This is true. It
was better than the show we just watched.
Especially when you got a 60-something-year-old man throwing a kid around like a rag doll and put his head in hot chicken grease.
Yes,
he did put his head in hot chicken grease. That was
great show, man. Great show.
That was crazy.
But tonight, man, hey, this wasn't too bad. It really wasn't that bad of a show. I just hope I hope they are able to take it to different level. I can't even say it, man.
You see what's a good show? My God, TSK probably broke his TV last
night.
Wow,
man, wow.
He probably did.
We ain't seen him at all tonight. But yeah. He might have been watching football, man. Who knows? But he didn't come on. Yeah. But hopefully he catch the video, man. Hopefully he'll catch the replay of this show. But been a great show, man. All you guys been part of it. Chris and everyone, man. Everyone. Z1, Jake, man. We, Tim Enlow, all you guys, man. We will see you guys later. Man, have a good night, man. And we will see you before Thanksgiving, man. But happy Thanksgiving, man.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving, man. Eat plenty of turkey.
Exactly.
Have fun being with your loved ones, all your friends and family. And hey, whatever you do, I don't care what you do, but whatever you do, be safe at what you do.
Exactly, no doubt, man. Like I say, because we want to see you guys, and I know you guys want to see us back on here.
Yes,
we're gonna be safe out here because, like I say, gonna be a lot of people out here on these roads, man. Probably coming into your town, coming into our town, and things like that. So yeah, be safe out here, man. And we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys sometime tomorrow, man. We go, probably try to do. We're gonna do a show every day this week, probably except for Thanksgiving. I ain't
even gonna be in town on Thanksgiving. I'm gonna be down.
But we will be on, man. We will be rocking. We will be rocking this week. We're gonna do as many shows as we can this week. We got to catch up. But yeah. Thanks, Randy Sam, on that, man. Everybody, man. Love and peace and soul pie train. Soul train pie, man. All right, guys, have a good one.
All right, we got there.
Peace.
Peace.